Make sure everything good. See, we live. Excuse my background. I gotta mute my microphone because I know my background gonna be a little loud.
Okay. There you go.
What's up, gang? What's going on? Y'all tuned in for the open live chat discussion. Hit that link, check. What's up, gang? My bad, my audio. I got so much shit over here cut on. I need to cut some of this shit off. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat, gang. This is an open discussion, and you can express your thoughts and your feelings about this Kenneka Jigga case. Everything that you seen on the footage, all the paperwork that you done read or overseen and shit like that, right? So this is a perfect time so everybody can explain themselves. Cause I'm interested in people thinking ability when they come to the Kenneka Jigga case. So yeah, we got Yvetta on the scene, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So what's on your mind, boo? You know what I'm talking about?
Um, the whole case is just sad. My heart go out to Teresa Martin and her family. We know she didn't walk in that freezer. We just know it. I just wish people can come together and just get this case reopened.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. The way we can get the case reopened is we gotta go a different way of doing it. The feds ain't gonna get involved for the simple fact Rosemont been up already upon the investigation
Mm-hmm.
on some more other crimes. Then this Kenneka Jenkins situation happens. So now they really put Rosemont under fire with the
Mm-hmm.
feds, and that's why the feds say, "Now we ain't even finna get involved." For the simple fact that Stevenson family been paying off the federal government on some briberies, all this documented. They went to court, being sued, business partners, and all this. So that's why they never got involved in the case. But behind closed doors, it was already upon investigation. So, with that being said, Miss Teresa going to court, suing the hotel, and keep in mind, this on federal ground. I mean, like, Donna Stevens, they actually own the whole block. The city of Rosemont, they the owners. That's they shit. That means, like, that's they anything in Rosemont. That's why the village population is 4,000. It ain't number family members and business partners staying in there, but they whole town is a monopoly. You got casinos, hotels, booming, parking lots. You got all this money that you generating through the city. On one camera alone, that a traffic stop generate 2 million in 3 years. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's a monopoly game. That's what they doing, but it take for us a small army to go against the big fish. So we can take them down, but we can take them down by using our common sense.
That's right.
Yeah. So look, y'all. What that link that I post up in the chat? Here we go. I ain't even pinned that, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Natasha Evan, what's up, boo? Come on in there, John. You know what I'm talking about? You need to come on up in there, John. Yeah. Cause on that footage with Risco and Straight Drop, and this would bother me that if Straight Drop from Texas and and the way the footage showed that he came from Texas to spend the night at the Crown Plaza,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So how would he know Risco and beat to talk to him, and that's not the first time he did that on the footage. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. He got to know Risco and they got to be in some type of involvement when they come to
Hmm.
something, whatever it is. I don't know whatever it is, but it's some kind of communication between them two. I know it ain't gang affiliated. I know it ain't like, you know what I'm talking about, no heat man, shit like that. It's got to be some more for Risco to be conversating with him.
Yeah, I think they all in cahoots. Somebody knows something. It's just a mess.
Oh, there's a lot of people know something. They just ain't came forward yet.
And I wish those girls would just come out and just tell the truth. Just tell what happened.
You think the reason why they ain't saying nothing because they scared, or they just don't want to say nothing?
I think it's both. Um, I think it's both. They know what happened. They know exactly what happened. I would love to just get Irene and just question her and Monifa.
What would you ask Irene if you had a chance to talk to an interrogator ass? How would you do it? And what questions you would ask?
I would just ask her what happened. What really happened? Were you trying to show her something with those glasses on? Because she looked like she was scared. She knew something was going on in that room. And Monifa, that girl, mm, 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 she knows what happened to me. It just don't make sense how she could be in a hallway and then just disappear. It just don't make sense.
Oh, look, it'll make sense if you ask the right question. Now, about that hallway. About the hallway, what were questions you would ask her specifically about that hallway?
Where did she take her? Did y'all take the stairway? Did she go on another floor? How long were you in the room to retrieve her items? How long were they in there? I mean, this girl is out here waiting and then she just mysteriously disappeared. Did they cut the cameras off or we couldn't see? Did she go in another room? It just don't make sense.
All
And I don't
right.
think she was that drunk. To me, she wasn't that drunk. They gave her something. She was out
Oh
of it.
yeah. Yeah, she out of it. Now look, now keep this in mind. You know that for a fact that she out of it. But she
Mhm.
came out the room like that.
So
Now this
something
is
happened
big.
in that room.
My point exactly. So now, if you know that now that she came out that room like that, when Irene live cuts off, we don't know what happened after that. Cause
That's right.
TY live still going on.
Hmm.
But it's edited though.
Right.
So if she came out the room cold and heard and in dire need on the camera by the elevator, she was last seen by a friend. They didn't have her keys in her phone at first because they probably had plans on coming back to the room. Hey, mute your background, Von Sil.
Probably had
So
plans
look,
on coming back to the room. Oh,
so
somebody background
look,
loud.
so when she went to the room, drug in another room with a bunch of guys, they did what they did, but something happened in the room. That's why Monifa and Shamaya went back to room 926. And Shamaya walked in first and said, "Oh, I need Kenneka phone and the keys." Boom. Why she saying this? Monifa come in and say, "Kenneka gone." So they knew Kenneka came up missing, something happened to her. That's when they went and grabbed her phone and the keys because they was in panic mode. They didn't know
Hmm.
what to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
so check this out. That's when Irene was like, "What y'all mean y'all lost a grown person?" You know what I'm talking about? So in Irene man, like, oh shit.
Hmm.
So now everything, that's why Irene was like, I'm gonna sit in the room. Cause she know it's cameras at the elevators.
Right.
That's why she said, I made sure that I stayed in the room so nobody saying one nothing gonna come up missing. Who would be trying to steal something at a time like this in a human missing? So So Monifa won straight up with Irene what actually happened to Kenneka, and they know they snuck off and did some slick shit with that girl.
Yep.
So when they went back to Irene and explained to her, that's why Monifa went live and said she only had one cup, meaning that her and Kenneka was in another room. She talking to Irene what happened in the other room. Cause why would you explain she only had one cup and Western then was gonna do nothing to her? You see what I'm saying? If
Hmm.
they was in the same room, she wouldn't have had to say that. Cause y'all was in the same room.
Hmm.
So you was in that room with some old dudes and you telling Irene, look, she had one cup. I know Western them ain't gonna do nothing to her. But the same people that she talking about Western them is Irene them folks.
Hmm.
People that she hang with. Even Rico is cool with Irene. That's his folks. You see what I'm saying? And Bree just happened to be his cousin. That's how Kenneka end up fucking with Rico and met Irene now. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So when it came to the room, when they went back down there, that's when Irene said, "Well, go and find her." That's when you start reading the text message. Keep
Right.
this in mind. Keep this in mind. They texting. Do you think if your friend come up missing, you think y'all finna be texting with y'all finna go together?
Together and look for her.
You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You would be reading text message, be like, "Yeah, I'm on this side of the hallway. What side you on?" Walk down this hallway, we'll meet up. You see what I'm saying? None
Right.
of that. So if she would go in her and came out that room was in another room, everybody seen her in the state when she left out the room.
Right.
Simple. Simple that everybody knew what was finna happen to her, but just they don't know about the murder part.
Right.
They trafficked that girl.
Yes,
They
they did.
trafficked that girl. They trafficked that girl while that girl was on country, but the drug just didn't over just power her that at one point in time she was in and out. While she was in and out,
Mm-hmm.
she can identify what's going on. Cause why else she would end up dead? If she was still passed out, she would have never knew what happened to her.
Right.
So at one point she woke up and she could identify her attacker, and that's when she probably, you know what I'm saying, he strangled her. And he left the marks around the neck, and that's why the police had to make sure the hair is covered up with the neck. Cause when you think about what would you ask Irene right now, she came out that room. You she know Kenneka finna go to another room. They just ain't finna take that downfall like, okay, Monifa, that was on you. Cause you live out with that room with her. Now this happened. What happened? Monifa ain't even telling Irene what happened. So when you think about that, and the hotel see all of this on the camera, they knew
Mm-hmm.
how she was when she walked out that room. That's why they cut the cameras off.
Yep. But remember what Irene said, now you gotta confess.
Right.
What was that about?
Okay. If Monifa got video on her phone, she sent it to Irene. Just say when they were texting each other, and Irene was like, "What the fuck happened?" She was like, "Watch the video." So
Mm-hmm.
she watched the video. She said, "Well, bitch, now you got to confess up."
Yep.
If she said to her that she confess up, maybe they what would that video show for her to say you got to confess up? But we all know who they can be on the video. So that means if they were moving the body, she got it on video that she helped and assisted with the body because the staff made the kids do it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all hit that link and go and join in the chat, y'all, and come on the live panel. You see what I'm talking about? And let's get down to the nitty gritty. That's what I said. How though individual I can go to sleep after these years and not think about what happened to KJ, not to speak up for her? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I see is people trying to join in. Make sure y'all signal strong. You know what I'm talking about? Or y'all hit the button. There we go, y'all. Come on back in, Yvette. I don't know how you got bumped out, but you can come back in. What's up, gang? What's going on?
Hello?
You on, Jack? What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me, Trey?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, because my sound is cutting out on me. How y'all doing tonight? Since nobody didn't want to talk, I figured I'd get my talking ass on here and do what I do best. And Trey can't hear. Let me hang up this and try to get back in because I can't hear anything through my headset.
Oh,
Okay,
look, you
say
good. So
something, Trey.
nobody ain't saying nothing. I just got my microphone. Man, you good. Everybody good. We got
Oh,
people on the platform. Yeah, well, you good.
oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. I see some people popping up on here. How y'all doing tonight in the chat?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. I was listening to you guys and I wanted to talk about the statements. I know y'all were asking, like, what would you ask the young ladies if we had the opportunity?
I can't hear nothing.
Oh, she just lost signal. She'll be back. She'll be back. Yeah. What's going on with it though?
Nothing. Back on here with you again. Thank God it's my day off tomorrow.
Oh yeah. I know the feeling.
If I had a chance to ask Monifa, I asked her what really went on, like everybody else would. It's just like I'm clean with it. Do it
Yeah.
anonymous. Like I'm just surprised nobody really came out from there and did it anonymous. Like how serious could it be where they couldn't even do it anonymous?
What questions you would ask though?
What happened? Like that's the only question you really could ask. Like what happened? You know, if you the last one with her, what happened?
I know that everybody gonna ask what happened, but you gotta come with the questions. You know what I'm talking about? You got to know you got to know everybody wanna know what happened, right?
Yeah.
So if she tell you, well, she tell you the same shit she told you about Zach. Okay. Then she said in Zach interview. You should understand her interview that was with Zach, that she won truthful and full and was really was telling what actually happened. She withhold information. You know what I'm talking about? That's for one thing. She withhold information about the girl. So you got to know that question. This is like, okay, I know she was drugged up in the room. And this is a question I asked her. Look, she was drugged up in your room and she came out drugged up. And you seen her when she left out the room. She never said in Zach TV that Monifa came and picked her up and took her out the room. But she was asleep. But the sleep part was the drugging part. She knew
Okay.
that she took her out drugged up to finna go meet up with some dudes. But something happened in the room and Monifa had to come back and explain to her what the fuck happened in the room. So next time you know, Monifa ain't telling what happened in the room. So that's why Irene like, bitch, you took her out the room. It's on you then. Whatever happened, bitch, you took her out the goddamn room. So now it's your fault.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And that if they know what happened to her. it's a certain question that you ask them to get them all in their emotion and they'll talk about it. Cause we don't know, them folks could have had guns on them and told them you tell her you'll end up just like her. Cause keep this in mind, you in the party with these folks. You know these folks, so you know if you look at Irene pictures, she take pictures with all these shooters, these niggas that about that life. So you think that ain't spooked her, that's why she ain't saying nothing?
Yeah. And I still believe in my heart when they say there was guys out there playing dice, they was out there watching that door.
Yeah, that could be that too.
Mhm.
But either way it go, it's still gonna show that on the camera that's not been released to us.
Right.
But when you go back to the statement, just like what you said about the dice game, would the ninth floor camera would have showed them shooting dice? It's right
Because
there
in the
by the door.
statement, it clearly states that the cameras was working on the ninth floor.
That's what I'm saying. So if they were shooting room dice outside the room, the video would have seen some of that dice game going on. So just say you think grandpas will want to release that and they showing teenager of people shooting dice in the hallway.
Hmm.
So you think they would really release that footage? No.
Not a
That's a
5-star
violation.
hotel.
Look what it's gonna put them into.
Yep.
You got You got underage drinking at the party, teenagers at the party, all these violations that's going on the Crown Plaza end.
Yep.
Man, look, we
In the
got
hotels,
somebody.
in the hotel that Tom Hanks got a restaurant in.
So look, I was just reading the chat, man. We got a spammer in here, and the last time that spammer was doing all that in the chat, I got a notification of YouTube, but when they do that, it's like when you spam the chat with the same look, y'all see it now. Look in the chat, y'all. Check this out. They spam the chat and they'll knock the viewers off. Cause
Okay.
no, YouTube. Look, YouTube gave me a notification with like, yeah, uh, when they spam like that, they'll spam the chat to violate something about the guidelines and shit like that. And y'all see that? Everybody seeing it in the chat now. So with that being said, when YouTube sent me the notification, they were like, yeah, it was spam, they go against some kind of guideline, and but it's still on me though. And now I can't explain it. I just got to show y'all the notification. But that's why y'all see them chats coming in back to back like that.
Okay. Feel
Yeah,
my
see, look how many counts it is now. Look, the chat working right now. Look at the chat. Look at the moderator. They but this how serious it is. This how serious it is. Cause look at the conversation that we on. Right? Think about the live I just showed y'all about Risco, when he was talking to Straight Drop. And plus you had the cleaning crew on Risco, you know what I'm talking about? When you watch the video like that, you can see how the way they covered it up, when they moved the body, who they were talking to, who was all involved just on their body action, what you seen on the footage. Damn, look at all of the chat going crazy, gang. Y'all see that?
I can't
Look,
even
I
see it,
can't wait.
Trey.
Look. Shit. Man.
Trey, can
So
you hear me?
look,
Because they messing
y'all.
with my feed. I can't even get on.
Oh, you on now. Check this out, right?
Oh, okay,
This
okay.
would make it even more better. Cause the chat going crazy with the spams and the moderators, man. Look, I know Keyshawn on it. You know what I'm saying? As a moderator, they blocking the shit out
Hmm.
of. But go ahead, boo. We like some ass up on this channel, so go on do your thing. Let them hear your voice on this shit.
You talking to me?
Who else, boo?
Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all know I thought y'all about tired of my little chatting ass. No, I
Man,
something's going on with mine. They must be they messing with mine too, Trey, because I'm talking my ass off, and every time I turn around, I'm getting knocked off. I don't know what the hell going on tonight.
I told you, cause look what we talking about it, and we need to keep doing what we doing right now. You know what I'm talking about? What
Oh
would you
yeah,
ask?
oh
What
yeah.
would you ask Irene about all this shit? You know what I'm talking about?
What I would ask Irene is during the play, when did she find out some shit was going wrong? Because I've got opinions on how much I think people knew, and I can almost coordinate how they moving when they found out. If you ask me, I don't think everybody had the same level of understanding what's going to happen that night. I really don't. I think that Shamaya was probably the greenest of them all. I think Monifa was totally involved and intertwined with everything that took place. I think that Irene was used to a certain degree, and I think the killer was used to a certain degree. And I think Ty was the puppet master. I think Ty Naja was his little henchman, and all the other niggas just was standing around spectating. A lot of them was involved, but I don't think that everybody knew. I don't think everybody knew. There's no way everyone knew, and they even walked out with less levels of understanding. If you think about the way Killer and Pease was sitting side by side when Zach was questioning them. Watch their faces. They weren't coordinated at all. They did not practice that shit. I think that Pease practiced his shit. I don't think Killer fucked with him at all. So I don't think everybody had the same level of understanding. So I myself personally don't think that Irene knew everything. I think before they all left the hotel, they all knew Kenneka was in trouble. They all knew that shit, but I don't think they all knew. And I think that Shamaya would snap first. And someone said in the chat that if they put pressure on her, that we think Shamaya be the first person that probably is snap. And I agree with that. Definitely agree with that. But I mean, shit. This is what I say. I'm gonna tell you what really set off bulbs in my head. You know, me and you, Trey, we talked a lot of time for hours about this shit. And every time we turned around, we figured something else out. And we had to go back and recalibrate and rethink through what we thought took place. But if you really, really think about it, for some shit to really to go off without a hitch, everybody can't be in on it. They can't all be in on it because if everybody know the same thing, that's when shit get crossed up. People don't remember lies; they remember the truth. So you tell them what you need them to know, and then you let them run with that shit. I don't think that they all knew. I really don't think they all knew. And if you play back each detail of what took place, you'll kind of know who had more involvement. And the one that had the most involvement is the people that we saw less, like Bree Bree. That bitch played a big part. That's how she got that MTV little grand appearance. You got to think about it. Just think about it. The opposite of what we saw. Everything that she did last was first. The people that we saw that look guilty weren't guilty, from France K to and Shamaya being by herself walking those halls. Like I just believe it's the opposite of everything they showed us. And then when I flip everything over, that all makes sense to me. And that's the only way they could keep the secret is everybody that couldn't have fucking known. Y'all think about that shit. They couldn't have all known. It wouldn't have been a secret. And this is a fucking secret. There's levels to this shit, y'all. It's levels. Period. In my opinion. What say you, Trey? Trey, I'm in total silence. There's some bullshit on this live tonight. If y'all can hear me, I'm about to get off and try to get back on because I don't know what the fuck going on.
Damn, I'm trying to see what's going on. Man, y'all know. Hold on, she coming back. Going on. You back, boo. Man, y'all know. You back.
Oh, okay, Trey. I didn't know they could hear me. I was in total silence. Then I saw the chat and they were saying they could hear me, but I was just talking and talking, and I couldn't hear shit. And I thought I was just talking to nobody. So apparently I was still on there. If yeah, can you guys help me a little bit because I'm doing something kind of weird. I can't see the screen. I can't see anything that I'm saying. I can't hear what I'm saying, so I don't even know if I'm still connected.
Yeah, you connected. You connected. I'll let you know if you get knocked out.
Got you. Okay, yeah. So yeah, y'all in the chat, y'all tell me how y'all feel. Y'all think these girls, all these people had the same level of understanding? There's no way. There's no way. Think about it in terms of this. If you go to a job site, construction site, any organization, anywhere, any entity, organization, family structure, I don't care how you put it. If there's anything that's established, there's no way that everyone has the same level of understanding. Nothing can work like that. That's why you got managers and supervisors and workers, and you got levels. There's no need for everything. It's like useless information, and it's dangerous to know everything. Too many people know the same shit is dangerous. So I feel like it was a big ass secret. People knew what they needed to know. They handled what they needed to handle, and some people got used. That's how I feel. I don't think they all knew. There's no way. So y'all asked the question like, why didn't nobody say nothing? Think about it. They didn't know what kind of danger they were in. And I'm not making excuses for none of their asses because if that was me at that party with my friend, that shit wouldn't have popped off like that with me and my friend at that fucking party. We both would have been messed up. But we're not gonna leave. I'm not leaving there without her. I never would have separated from her in the first place. You the fucking driver. Think about it like this. Who you know gonna go somewhere with a driver and the driver gonna get fucked up and y'all good with them getting fucked up? No, because Kenneka wasn't finna get fucked up. She didn't even drink that much. She was doing what she normally does, very little. And that's what happened to her. You're not finna go nowhere with nobody who's the designated driver. Nobody else has licenses. You can't drive Miss Teresa's shit. They know how she was about her car. And all of a sudden, the driver fucked up and everybody good with that? Y'all should have been on Bree ass like, bitch, come back. You're the only person with a license. Let's get this girl back to her mama. But that was the whole play. That was the play. This wasn't a mistake, but I don't think people knew the same thing. Matter of fact, I would go to bat and bet everything on they didn't all know. There's no way. Too much information to too many people is fucking dangerous. And I know that for a fact. I'm a
I agree
supervisor.
with
I
you on
own a
that.
company. So think about it like that. Think about if everybody in the company during COVID knew that the company was losing money and people might be losing their jobs and shit, might not have a job. Think about the morale from the team. Think about the people that's making the most money, not really knowing what's going to happen with their families. Think about anytime there's a problem and there's a structure, like a family. Think about when your mama can't pay her rent and they finna get put out the fucking house. You ain't telling the kids y'all finna get put out. Y'all just gonna try to thug it out and figure that shit out. You ain't gonna put that pressure on those kids to go to school with that shit on their head. You don't tell people that. You try to handle that shit at the top. So I'm thinking that the key players knew and everybody else was pawns, period.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying, guys. But what I want to do is this. So then let's do this. If there is levels to this shit and there are more guilty people than others, let's talk about the key guilty people and the ones that are less guilty. I'm gonna go out there on the limb and say Killer was the most gangster of them all. And if I could talk to him, I would just tell him, dude, I know you tried. I know you was outgunned. You by yourself. You tried. You busted on the room and said you tripping. I'm sorry.
They're breaking up.
Yeah, I heard somebody trying to say something and then it went out.
Nah, that was just you.
So what I was oh, okay, I'm sorry. Is it somebody who else is on the chat Is there somebody else on here with us?
Von Silver.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, hey Von Silk, how are you?
What's up? What's going on and shit?
Not much. I see you in the chat a lot. I see you in the chat. You gave us a lot of support. Yeah, so no, what I was saying was if we had to go like how they doing at the precinct when they try to get the usual suspects and shit. We had everybody's faces up there. I would slick put Killer on the side of the less guilty people. I really felt like he was. And you could think about that because, like I said, I think that the people that they put in our faces were the ones that were less guilty. I think the only person that was walking that goddamn plank and was truly guilty is Lenny. I think in the end, the hotel said, yeah, motherfucker, you finna go find her ass. You finna go get her out that freezer. We not fucking with that freezer. You go get out the freezer. And that's why we saw the last person that got with Kenneka. Last thing we saw was Lenny. And I think Lenny walked the plank because Risco wasn't having that shit. I think they had a meeting with a nigga like, yeah, you finna find her body. If anything goes wrong, your ass better say you was back there with her, you touched her. And I think that's what we saw on film. I think he's the only person that was truly guilty that they allowed us to see. Because in the end, they wasn't finna go down for his ass. That's my opinion. But I'm gonna tell you, y'all, I do a lot of study and research and shit, and I ain't always right. I'm very opinionated, but I'm very humble because I know that I can't get to the truth without people helping me. There's no way if I didn't watch stuff like there's people on TV, the people that were fucked up, like the straight drops and the King Robs and stuff like that. If I didn't listen to those people tell lies and shit, I don't even think I would have ever realized what was going on. So I needed the lies, I needed the truth, I need the opinions, I need all of that to be able to come to a sound conclusion. So I just think that what they showed us was the opposite. And if you think like that, all this shit'll make sense. It makes sense to me when I flip it over.
I see what you're saying, where you coming from. But the thing is, with these organizations, man, they need you to get dirt on your hands. You know what I'm saying? In order for you
So you
to
can't point the finger.
right, you have to have dirt on
You know
your
how that
hands.
shit
You know what I
works,
mean?
like like the initiations of the games and shit. Like I ain't in no game, but you know I'm from Chicago, but I know that when shit go down, like they'll have you shooting at a motherfucker that's already dead or halfway dead, so you won't know which round killed who, and everybody got the same shit on their hands. So yeah, you have to do that, like that homosexual shit in the industry or the gay shit with the Masons and them lodges and stuff. Everybody get their pee sucked. Can't nobody go home and tell nobody wife.
Right.
I get that. And I think that everybody kind of did that. Like I think that everybody did. This person did this. This bitch moved it. This person popped the pill. This person did this. This people carried her up the ramp. Like yeah, everybody did get their hand. We saw that. We saw exactly that. Irene party, killer party, Tyrone making sure the shit getting filmed, cutting the film. Like everybody had their little role. King Rod even had a damn role. Hell. So you're right.
Facts.
They all played a hand in this shit, but they all didn't know. They all
Everybody got to
didn't know
have a
the same
role.
shit, y'all.
Everybody got to get their hands dirty. You understand? That's why. I mean, you gotta think about this. Like when you're in an organization like that, these people are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? They're in the streets, they're in the hospitals, they're in your restaurants, they're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So by these kids knowing that, and they knowing, what the plan was from the gate and who they're involved with, they already know they had to shut their mouth up.
My
You
thing is
understand?
this though, even if
They're
they didn't
involved with the
know,
people that's controlling the shit.
even if they didn't know though, like they know now, and still ain't nobody saying nothing. So it's really no excuse, and I have no sympathy for nobody that was at that party.
You
Simple as
shouldn't.
that.
Nobody should. I mean, the thing is with Irene though, I'm thinking, like, cause she didn't said a lot of things in the Zach interview where she said that I was never around Kenneka in order for me to leave her. And then he put his head down. See, if y'all go over that, you got to go back over those interviews. You know what I mean? They give a lot of giveaways. And they didn't think people would be paying attention to
You
those
damn
parts
right.
where they fucked up. They was fucking up in those interviews. They didn't plan it right, like you said. You know what I'm saying? They didn't plan it right. And some things were said that put people on Front Street. You feel me? That didn't make
Just
no
like
sense.
how he kept saying they was in room 609.
Right.
There was a
Yeah,
lot.
he
Yeah.
fucked that one up. But you know what though?
Yeah.
Think about what Irene did say. What did Irene say? I'm gonna tell you something Irene said for me that bust open my pinata or my pineal gland, however y'all want to call it, and it opened everything up for me. That bitch said the parking lot, park in the parking lot. She kept saying that shit over and over again. I'm thinking at this point, The bitch was trying to let us know that's where the shit went down. That's where you could go without to not get a ticket. Like the way she kept emphasizing the parking lot, parking the parking lot. She kept saying that shit over and over again. What if she was trying to tell us that that's where the shit was going down at? You pull back there, that's where the
Maybe.
security set up. That's where they got the cameras off. That's gonna be the setup back there because she kept saying the parking lot, the parking lot. I think the girl was trying to drop hints. I think she really was. I'm not trying to take her out of the guilty shit, y'all. I'm just saying I just
But
think
think
it's
about
different levels.
this.
And I think they used her and they used Killer.
But think about this too.
What's that, baby?
When that you heard those, when you heard the ambulance,
Mm-hmm.
when you heard the ambulance, and somebody said, "Is that you?" And they said, "Yeah," and she said, "Yeah." Remember that? And
Hello.
and when also when Irene, they said that they switched to Irene's. You know what I'm saying? She had this video where she was arguing back and forth about that MTV thing, and she said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I remember. I remember when y'all. I see y'all made all those fake videos. You know what I'm saying? That means she wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that when she left, all of the shit went down, and that's when that Jalen Ford dude came in the, you know, and he said, and they said, see, it had to be a switch. I could tell the switch between a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like her hair wasn't the same, her neck was skinny, her face was all, you know what I mean? Like it was two different women. You know what I'm saying? People said she must have had sex or something.
And
She was all sweated out, but that ain't gonna change the bone structure in your face. You feel me? And she said, "I see y'all made all them fake videos, Monifa, and all of that." You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You're right. And when she
yeah,
said
I
that, I
agree with
thought she was
you.
talking about, yeah, I thought she was talking about the Facebook thing. I didn't even think
Yeah,
about it like that. You're right. She said that a
right. You
few
gotta
times.
read between those lines. Like you gotta
Yeah.
really listen. And she was going off, so people wouldn't even really be paying attention or what she was saying, or really putting two and two together. But it's like, you know, he was saying she was saying like, yeah, I mean, I seen y'all made all those fake videos, you know, with me in the video and all of that. Yeah. See, I peeped that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
And
it's
when
like
you
she
mad,
had
the
that
truth come
doppelganger
out.
come in, and she had no choice. She had no choice to go along with it, but to go along with it because, you know, the people in control made her keep her mouth closed.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Yes,
just saying,
Sabrina, we
like,
can
you
hear
know,
you. Sabrina.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all like this here. Irene, goddamn it, man. Look, when I seen that bob on that motherfucking head, goddamn, and the way she had her mouth so crooked, fat, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, she looked like a monkey, you know, a sea monkey, and that, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah, she looked like a boy and a girl at the same time with them strong ass features, cause they let you know the perch was hitting hard there, or the ecstasy, or whatever the fuck she was on. She was out her mind. Cause look, she shook her bob out of place. That's her. She I know she just didn't buck jump it out of, you know, nobody don't buck jump that
Right.
hard and knock their hair out of whack. So she must had to did something in the room to be she probably had sex in there or anything or got a blow job and the nigga fucked the head up, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Cause she didn't do her hair like that for the music. I mean like her hair didn't get like that just by her
Right.
dancing and partying and jumping. So
And you know what, Trey? And I don't want to cut you off, sweetie, but I do want to say this. So what the gentleman was saying about that not being Irene, I watched that video. That was Irene throughout the whole video. Now the shit that they did in the end with the manipulation of the footage and stuff, I think they went to great lengths to make us believe it was a reenactment. Because if it was a reenactment, they could say that this didn't happen to Kenneka. This was the reenactment. That's what I believe about the reenactment shit. I think that they did go to great lengths to do it. I think they did try to use Jalen Ford. I think they did that. But I think that I feel in my heart that all of that, the shadow men and the double bodies and all of that stuff, and putting people that was dressed like Kenneka in the footage and all this crazy shit, that would give us so many different ways to spin that story that we would be so fucking off base that we would think, oh, well, that wasn't Irene, that was Jalen, and that wasn't Kenneka. That was fucking Irene, and that was Kenneka walking those halls. She just she had assistance. But I don't believe that that was not Irene. I watched those videos. And you got to remember, too, guys, also, that as they aired those videos, people were videoing a video and recording a video, and they were doing all this manipulation and editing and shit. And these people that was YouTubers that was sent to confuse us was also spinning it. So you had to go through so much shit just to get original stuff. You had to go through a lot of bullshit to get the original stuff. So I don't think
Right.
that was not. I believe that was Irene. That they did that to get. And also, guys, one thing too, I want to tell you, Trey. A lot of this shit happened like this. Remember how Rosemont kept taking the videos down and putting them up, taking them down, putting them up. They just kept editing. We couldn't figure out why the fuck the timestamps kept changing.
Yeah.
They was changing them because of us. Sure, it was our fucking fault, mine and yours. I'm gonna tell you why. Every time we cleared up confusion, them bitches went and corrected it. They took that shit off. Every time we got to close to some shit, they yanked it and did the video. Every time
Yeah.
we gave them truth, they yanked that shit back. And I said, motherfuckers. And at that time, Trey, I wasn't even talking to you. I ain't talking to you till like October of 2020 or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
I
But
told.
I was realizing that we was giving them the narrative. Our dumbasses. We was telling so much good shit, Trey. They started putting more
Look,
bullshit in
you
the game.
just hit
Every time
that
we got
on the
close, they yanked it
nail.
back. Hell
Cause
yeah,
I sure was
definitely.
live. I said I even dropped the video. I said, "Ooh, y'all Roma keep taking the video down, and they keep upgrading the video like, cause
They were
and
editing them
like what
bitches,
you
Trey. They was
just
taking
said,
them
we
back and
would,
fixing it.
and that's why look, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
when we were going live and we were feeding them suckers the narrative, just like right now, we talking about the same narrative, right? It's gonna be something about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm, mm,
Every
mm,
time,
mm.
Trey. Every fucking time. Listen. Every time we get off this motherfucking live, I ain't even gonna name drop. Every time we get the fuck off this live, I promise you, for 5 years of my life, I've been doing the same thing every single day. I put Kenneka Jenkins in YouTube. I sort by upload date. I go Kenneka Jenkins updates. I sort by upload date, and I scroll through everything. This has been my life. Every time we drop a video, it's a bitch ass nigga on there repeating the same shit we said. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you who taught me to be the fuck quiet. When John Q had his whole ass on here, right? And he had me all wrapped up, had me really thinking he was J4K. Nigga was like, send everything to me, send it all to me. My goof ass sending him stuff. I'm steady sending this nigga stuff, right? And I'm giving him all my factual shit. It's before me and you had any kind of interaction. And then all of a sudden, something that my spirit said, Tasha, he asking for everything so he could put it together and see who on what, baby. And I said, oh my God, this motherfucker's not for Kenneka. And that's when I realized that I couldn't trust nobody. John Q fixed that shit for me. He fixed it for me. That's how I know they were sending people. They were agents. They were moles, agents. They were on heavy patrol find the truth and to confuse our asses. That's what the fuck they do with the government, these fucking secret societies, this music. It's all manipulation. And the more they get you pulled in, the more confused you be. That's why I have to come back. Like sometimes I have to get out of my emotional state to be logical because I'm very emotional. I'm a female. I'm a girl. I'm a big ass crybaby. You know I'm a crybaby, Trey. How many times I'm gonna cry? I cry hours and nights about this girl. And I have to back up from those tears and use logic and become the person looking for this baby. I can't cry because that my tears ain't helping her. So yes, I'm very passionate. I do get angry when lies get dropped, but I do realize at this point in the game, the way you've drugged this shit, Trey, like a motherfucker say, you saying the same thing. Yes, bitch, it's the truth. It ain't gonna change. We repeat the same shit over and over and
That shit
over
got
because
me
the
so
truth
mad
don't
when that lady
motherfucking
said that
change.
shit. That shit got me so mad when that lady
What's
said
that,
that shit.
baby?
I'm like, if you don't want him to repeat it, then get the fuck on. We've been repeating ourselves this whole goddamn time. So
Now look,
We
I'm a,
gotta we gotta drive it home.
look. Check this
Yeah.
out.
Go ahead, y'all.
The reason why, cause just like they kept repeating the shadow men, that's a lie. But if I kept repeating the truth, what people see on the just like Straight Drop, it revealed in one of his lives that he tried to deceive everybody with these glitches and shit. At the same time stamp that the court paper saying that she with a staff. So why would he make a video and glitch at the time that we supposed to see the staff going in, in the kitchen with Kenneka supposed to pass by Kenneka, and he gave everybody the run around would just get people mind off that part and just think about the glitches.
Yes.
Right.
And think
And
about this shit, Trey.
And I feel like you repeating it, that's just like you studying for a test. You gonna keep reading the same information over and over again until it click in your head and it stays there and it's there, right? So it's the same thing with this case. We
Shit becomes a
studying the
part
case,
of
we
you.
studying the footage, and we
Hell
studying what the
yeah.
fuck is going on. We studying the truth.
You
So
have to go back and
Yeah.
look at
Fact.
shit over again.
what
You
you say,
have to
Keisha?
go
But y'all
back.
check this shit out though.
I said you have to go back
Check
and
this
keep
out.
looking at it.
Yeah, but check this out, ladies and Trey, y'all. Think about this. Remember when that young lady, Trey, she called that chick with the New York accent? She said she was a psychic to one person, said she was the police to the next, and she was talking about casualty and Avenue Cartel and all that. She actually called Straight Drop before she called you. And if you remember when she called Straight Drop, he cut her off and was so fucking disrespectful to that woman that I knew then something was up with him. See, he kept doing little subtle shit that wasn't sitting right with my spirit, and I knew something was wrong. But I was so thirsty for some truth for Kenneka. I was just thirsty and so desperate. I was so fucking desperate for the truth, and I would listen to anybody, anytime. And when I started listening to that, and she called in, and I started jotting those names down, and my little police ass, detective ass got the Googling shit, and it all started connecting for me. I said, oh my God, where's this lady? I need this lady. Because she lied. She told you she was a psychic that had a dream about Kenneka. She told Straight Drop she was somebody. She told John Q she was getting on
Hey,
everybody's
look,
panel. She the
I know, I know exactly you talking about when you said when she was a psychic. Then when she went called in that time, she called in. She was like, "I'm a
goddamn
psychic."
right, Trey. Listen, I been on your ass. And when she did that shit, I said, bitch, you lying, but you my bitch. But you lying, but you my bitch, because she was trying so hard. She tried so desperately. She's the reason why Friends K wrote that motherfucking letter. Y'all do realize that, right?
Yeah, she the reason why Fresh
She's
came
the
clean.
reason why he wrote. Man, that shit give me fucking chills, Trey. Who is that angel? That's a fucking angel. You hear me? She's
I
an
still got
angel.
the
She was
live. Look,
sent to
I could
us.
go back. I could go back to the live when she was calling in. Cause look, that's not the first time she called in. It was another time she called in. She was like, "Yeah, my name is Tonio Mayweather," and she was like, when she said me her name, she was like, "Yeah, I've been a big follower." That's when she would start breaking it down, and she was like, "Yeah, the girl with the ponytail." They said she supposed to be in the gym room, supposed to be working out at that time. That's why she had her earpiece in, looked like she finna go for a jog on the treadmill. So she really, I didn't catch on at the time, but she was really telling me to look in the laundry. I mean, not the laundry room, but the gym room. Cause you got weights in there, and plus, if Kenneka was like in there fighting or anything, if they don't want nobody to see her laying there in the pool, you gotta take her in the gym room so nobody really won't see you. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and Trey, listen, she dropped everything, even about this lady. When she called you, I'll never forget this shit, Trey. It was a Saturday morning. I picked up some money for my dealership. I was making a bank run. I had been on you heavy, heavy, heavy. And I heard, see, here's the thing. I'm an artist. So I have acoustics and linguistics under my belt. And I did some of that in school, but I can tell tone, pitch, I can tell cadence when you're talking. Like I can hear shit and I tell you who's speaking. And I've been telling you that shit, Trey. You can't fool me about nobody talking on no shit. I told y'all who that was that called about that, who called Zach TV. I know who called Zach TV. I know who talking when they talk because I can hear it. I hear shit so clearly. But when I heard her voice, I said, this woman is calling everybody. And she told so many lies just to get attention. She posed as the police, a motherfucking psychic, a party goer, She just said everything she could to get attention, and she kept pitching it to anybody that would listen, and she did everybody she could. And I heard her on every panel. I said, this bitch is just telling all these lies, but why she lying? Why she doing this? Why is she doing so much? But she's giving real shit, but she lying to get your attention. And then when she called you, talking about she was a psychic, and she said she got outside, she came to me in a dream, and she told every fucking thing that happened to Kenneka. She told everything. Her
Yeah.
exact TV. That
I
woman is
remember
amazing.
that
Like,
like
and where she go, Trey?
yesterday.
She
I know
gone.
exactly what you're talking about.
Man, I don't give a shit about you much in. Well, who is Fred Johnson and what they talking about? They better be disrespectful in the chat, because I will call Keyshawn and she will straighten that shit. Keyshawn, where you at, baby? Get on them. But I
Keyshawn
go ahead.
Jackson the
But yeah,
sniper. She need a sniper badge because she sit back and she fired. You already know
She
Keyshawn,
gun.
goddamn. You know what I'm talking about? She from the
Keyshawn gunned me
sniper.
down one time. Keyshawn gunned my ass down one
Shit.
time. I was like, whoa, ceasefire, baby. I'm on your side, baby. I'm your friend.
Look, one time I was in one of my lives and it was one of them Thunderboot was sticking out to me in the chat on that trolling shit. Before I could say something, it was like Call of Duty. Keyshawn sniped him, headshot, you know what I'm talking about? I said,
Man,
damn,
look.
you know what I'm saying?
Man, I told you, Trey, get Keyshawn information. I'm seriously gonna send her a tiara. I'm gonna send her a tiara. Cause yeah, you know I got a business. I'm gonna make that heifer a tiara. She gonna have so many crowns on her tiara. She the king. She the queen. Got a mod. That's the
For
mod
real.
queen, man. Fuck what you heard. That's the mod queen. Yeah, but look at though, Trey. For real. Somebody in the chat said they wanted to see the video. They were talking about seeing a video about something. Play
That
something,
video
Trey.
with the lady was talking about. Of the lady you're talking
Came to
about.
us. God bless her.
Yeah.
Yeah, play whatever you want to play. I really think we need to do what the police do. You know how the police do it? They get all the suspects, they line them up and shit, and then they start putting the facts underneath their name. And I think if we do that and play that little game, that's a cool game to play. And we'll know who the fuck is most guilty and less guilty. And then we'll start weeding them out. We'll weed them out quickly. Y'all gotta you know what y'all gotta do? Y'all gotta use discernment. You gotta have a passion. You gotta feel for this shit. Y'all gotta remember, this is a real black baby girl laying on a cold, nasty, fucked up floor. She was violated, brutalized, lied to, forsaken, forgotten, fucked over.
Man, that shit pissed me off to see them fucking crime scene photos, because they just threw her out like she was a fucking piece of trash on that dirty ass fucking floor. That shit pissed me off so fucking bad. Man,
you know how I fix that?
They just threw her out.
Can you guys hear me or no?
I fix it by telling myself.
Yeah, you need to mute whatever is in your background, because we can hear ourselves.
I'm gonna mute myself. I don't have any noise, but I'm still muting.
Yo, I just want to ask y'all if y'all see examine that video of so-called Kenneka walking through the kitchen. I want y'all to check them shoes out. Them shoes too big for her.
Yeah, I saw him. Whoever talking. I noticed. My son showed me that. Like, first of all, the first thing I want y'all to check, Trey, if you'll play the video in slow mo. I'm gonna break some other shit down. So who? I think it's King Von Silk. When she come through when you see Kenneka's arm, the first thing you see is her right arm swing, right? Her fucking arm goes to the rack. I don't think Kenneka walking at all across that floor.
Editor X presents How to Play It Smooth with Your Client. Add custom breakpoints.
Not satisfied with the theory that she walked into the freezer on her own.
If you watch that shit slow, her fucking foot goes stupid. Like you said, Vaughn, her foot go flip the fuck all the way around, twisting like I don't think she walking at all.
It's the one where, you know,
real shit.
It's the last video where you see her walking, getting ready to walk into the freezer or whatever they said she did. But when she go around that corner, you can see her shoe flopping off her feet down there. If you zoom in on it, you can see. And I think that this is the chick. And the reason why that dude was sitting in the lobby, he was waiting on her to shoot that video. You know, the ones with the two puffs in her head that came in there, and she got him and they left. I think he was waiting on her to shoot that video so they can leave. You feel me? I mean, if you piece them things together, you know what I'm saying? Because she came in there with some slip-on boots on, like, you know, them Ugg boots. You can slip them off. Girls use those all the time when they slip them off just to go somewhere and they slip on some other shoes. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
The
Let's
only
see
thing
it.
she
You talking
wasn't
about the
matching when she
last
came
one
in
where
that
the
lobby was. Go ahead.
balls, what 54 keys called balls. So you saying, so the video
Right.
you talking about is not the one she crossed in the kitchen. You talking about the one where she was cutting that corner where they wanted us to believe that was the last shot they had of her when she cut that corner?
Right. That's what I'm talking about. You can see it when she walking towards the freezer or whatever. You can see them shoes. It's too big, especially when she cut that corner. Whoever was holding her, whoever was helping her, she almost fell and they had to help her back up. You feel me? Like she lost her footing because some damn shoes was too big.
You guys, I just wanted
Trey,
to
play that
intercept.
video.
I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I'm just hoping that you guys would just hear me out, because this is what I was trying to tell you in the chat. Number one, I'm not an op. I wouldn't be here if I was an op. That would be stupid. Trey knows pretty much every detail of this story. I'm far from an op. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is, if you go back to the 911 call, and just please keep your mind open to what I'm saying, you will first hear Miss Martin say that she is sitting in the parking lot of the O'Hare Crown Plaza. Then later on, first she says that they called her around 3-something. Then later on, you will hear what is supposed to be dispatch / and I say / because if it's dispatch, how is dispatch looking up the computer for Crown Plaza, Rosemont? Why are there, do you understand what I'm saying? He looks like he's playing two roles, the 911 dispatch. Okay, pay attention to that. Then he corrects Miss Martin and he tells her, don't you mean Crown Plaza? Now, here's another detail.
Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
That phone call is fake. That phone call,
yes,
that fake ass phone call was fake.
But please hear me more. I've done my research.
They tried to lead her through that call.
I went through all of these different hotels and I looked at the interior, the decorations. The mirror that is behind Irene in her live is the same mirror that's behind TY in the live. That same exact room model and those mirrors are at the O'Hare Crown Plaza. There is no pool at Rosemont. There has never been a pool there. I called, I checked. I told you guys I was going there. There is no pool at Rosemont. The pool is at the other high-end hotels there, one being O'Hare Crown Plaza.
So how would you explain? How would you explain the website?
Wait, y'all, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. No disrespect. Hold the fuck on. Wait a minute. So O'Hare Airport, Rosemont Hotel, the one they said she was at, it's not even 2 miles apart. So y'all telling me it's two Crown Plazas near the airport? Or is there one Crown Plaza near the airport?
There's one Crown Plaza and there's one Crown Plaza O'Hare at the airport. That one is directly by your airport. That's the higher end. That is the one that carries those mirrors that are in Irene's live and in TY's live. That is the same mirror. That mirror is only found at the O'Hare airport. Check it for yourself. Another thing, if you go to
it's two.
Go ahead.
So you're telling me, okay, because I'm getting really nervous right now. And ma'am, with the HMM, I love you. I know your voice, and you the shit. You are the shit, and you ain't no motherfucking op. God damn it, you ain't nowhere near an op. You the shit, and you been on it the whole time. But I'm scared as fuck because you scaring the hell out of me. Because I'ma tell you, I researched too. I'm scared as fuck. Like y'all got me shaking like fuck in my room right now.
If you go right now, let me calm you. Let me calm you for a moment. If you go right now to Chicago O'Hare, right, Crown Plaza, and you look at all the different hotels, you're going to see who has the swimming pool and who doesn't have a swimming pool. Crown Plaza, Rosemont, the amenities do not include a swimming pool. They've never had one.
Now,
okay, listen.
She
Trey,
you.
I
It
watched
You
was
have
the
to
video
script.
where
you have
Trey
to
did
explain,
a step by step inside
Trey,
that
you were
hotel.
right.
but you
Yesterday,
have to
Trey,
explain
when
the
you said it
website
was a
though.
script, it was a script. It is
But
a script.
when you type in, when you go through the website and you look
It
through the
showed the
hotel, you know where you
pool.
can look through the hotel, they show you the
Yeah,
pool.
yeah.
And
I'm
it says you
telling you,
type
if
in
you go,
Rosemont.
if you go, no, what I'm telling you, look at the amenities. Rosemont, Crown Plaza does not have a pool. I know this because I was going to make reservations there. I told you guys I was going to Chicago. I'm not playing. I found that out through doing my research about which Crown Plaza I was staying at. I came upon that. And then I went back to her 911 call and I was like, wait a minute. They don't even have a pool.
I googled the Rosemont hotel and it had a pool in it. I seen
That's what
that
I'm
from
saying.
myself.
They listen, I talked to some important people. They said they never had a swimming pool there. They don't need one there because the other ones are the ones that have the pools. You guys can
So you
check
saying they
yourself. And
so
I'm
you
just
saying they
saying
look,
those mirrors, you will find those mirrors only at O'Hare Crown Plaza. They're not at the other one.
so
Research
you
it.
saying everything else looks the same except they don't have a pool.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. They misled you guys. Even in the 911 call, you can hear the correct. That's why it sounds like
Go
911
ahead,
dispatch
Bonnie.
was.
Let me know.
That's why 911 dispatch sounds like they were leading Teresa Martin. And that's why she says, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. She giggles and she apologizes for making the mistake between the names of the hotels. She knew there's more to this story. First, she says that they called her at around 3 something, and then later on, she says that they called me at 4.
Yeah, I remember that. I definitely remember that. Mm. So what you saying is that Rosemont is using the airport Rosemont for the video.
One is using the other. I'm gonna leave you your guys' brilliance up to that. My brain is a little bit exhausted off of this. I'm telling you, it really is, because I've been doing my research. I just need you guys and oh, and that's the other thing. Excuse me. Rosemont Crown Plaza's parking is $54. O'Hare is $200. Check the difference. It's a lower end hotel in comparison.
Mm.
And that includes overnight parking. They had a boot on their car. You guys kept mentioning a boot. Is there a boot on their car because they stayed too long in that parking lot over at O'Hare? I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys have to help connect the
That
rest
would
of those dots.
that would explain the 6th to the. That would explain her being there on the 6th. You know what I mean? And the
Now
car still
there's
being.
the other thing. How does Miss Martin know for a fact when she states Kenneka wasn't here on the 6th? Right? How does she know when she just stated that the night that Kenneka was leaving the hospital, and why are they releasing you from the hospital at 11:30 at night? Where did you really pass by her? Was there more family at that hotel?
Hold on.
Yeah, that's
Wait a
been
minute.
established that there was more people while it was in that family at that hotel.
The Rosemont one, Bonnie.
And
Wow, so
check
that's
this
why
out.
Irene said $200.
For you to say
But
there's
that
no
still wouldn't
food at
explain.
the
That still wouldn't
restaurant.
explain why all of these people
Hold
made
on, wait a
videos
minute,
going
wait a
into the
minute.
hotel.
Let me straighten this up right quick. For you to sit here and say there's no pool in Crown Plaza, and we clearly
Right,
went to the pool on Google Map. For one
right.
What
thing, This sounds like what Straight Drop was trying to do. Talking about there's no pool in the area. And then you got people. Hold on, let me let y'all say that again. Let me let y'all talk. Hold on.
What I'm trying to say is that, yes, there is, in fact, a pool, a nice pool. Actually, I think they have an indoor and outdoor pool at one of those Crown Plazas or one of those high-end places. But at the Crown Plaza at Rosemont, it has no pool there. There's never been a pool there. You can call them and ask them just like I did. I even text message back and forth with the
You know
representative
what?
there.
I'm
But
getting
what
off this
Google
live
map?
right now, and I'm gonna
Wait a
call them,
minute.
and I'm
Do I
getting
need to
back on
go?
live.
Hold on, wait a minute. Do I need to show you on Google Map it's a pool in here? So
Yeah.
you mean to tell me?
I
Hold on,
honestly,
wait a
I
minute,
don't
wait a minute.
know. I don't know, but if you
Hold
go to
up.
Rosemont Crown Plaza right now on Google and it doesn't have a pool. I call front desk, it doesn't have a
That's a lie.
pool.
I'm looking at it right now. They
So
have an indoor
TG,
pool
you on
on the
that right now?
hotel detail website. That's a lie. I'm looking at it
TG,
right
Okay,
you
now.
on that right
only
now?
I'm
thing
Go
about
to
I'm
to
the pool.
call
saying,
them.
only thing I'm
nah,
saying
look,
is only thing I'm saying is
look.
call Rosemont Crown Plaza, not O'Hare. Call the other one. It doesn't have a pool.
Why would you call them and ask them something that you can Google?
Right.
Because I did Google it and it wasn't making sense to me. And I made sense out of everything that wasn't making sense. There was no pool there to begin with. It had to have been at the O'Hare. And then I was like, let me take a piece of something from the inside of one of these rooms and see if I can identify it. And it is an O'Hare mirror. And Ty in the back behind Ty, in that whole entire video of that mirror is in the mirrors that you can see in the model rooms at O'Hare. You can't find them at the other
You've been going.
hotels.
I'm just saying you've been talking about them not having a pool all day, and then you get on the live and you say the same thing, and then you say I don't know. But I just pulled literally while you was talking, pulled up the website, hotel amenities. Free Wi-Fi, accessible, paid breakfast, parking, indoor pool, air conditioning. View more. They have a pool. Like that's dead. Like we just gonna stop. We gonna leave that alone.
Hold on just a second.
That still wouldn't explain why Rosemont, when you type in Rosemont Crown Plaza, that they, when you go on their Google Maps, that they would have a pool. That's false advertising. Right?
So King Von, you think it was a pool too?
I know it's a pool in Rosemont. You already
I
proved
just
that.
went on the website and literally the first picture that popped up was the pool. The same pool that we've been looking at this whole time.
Facts. I mean, you can see from unless they changed everything since the last time we looked at it. You know what I'm saying? And they covered up the pool, but it's always been a pool.
Well, I'm gonna get off and call them.
You make Plaza and not O'Hare.
Everybody already know it's a pool there, so it don't even make no sense to even call them. You know what I'm talking about? I got it on the site right now. You know what I'm talking about? I can show you. You know what I'm talking about? It's on the site right now, and I can go and show you all this shit that's on here. So for a person say it ain't no pool, then you say you called in, you really making yourself really looking suspect. Cause I can
Okay,
call
so
right now and
say
I'm like, hey, what time the
that
pool
that's
open?
too hard
And
for
then
you.
y'all finna
Hold
be
on. Say
closed
that's
in a
hard
minute,
for you guys
Trayvon. What
to
you trying to
believe,
do? I'm trying
right?
to skinny dip
Say
right
that's too
quick.
hard for you to believe. Check out the MO I just gave you on the mirrors that are in the live with TY and Irene. And you tell me after all of your research of those various hotels, if you find those mirrors anywhere other than Rosemont O'Hare Hotel, because that's where they're at.
I don't know who
Trey.
Latasha is.
And call Rosemont Crown Plaza, not O'Hare. Call Crown Plaza Rosemont and ask them, just like I did yesterday.
Hey, we can cut this bullshit out tonight. Let me say this, and I'm gonna respect the panel.
Can
But what
everybody
about
hear me? Hold
Yeah, we
on,
hear you,
hold on,
Keyshawn.
hold on, hold on. Wait a minute. This is Keyshawn. I'm in the chat. I know I can't be the only one hard of hearing. First of all, no disrespect, HMMM. You need to pull back from the mic when you talk, sweetheart. We can hear you, sister. Second of all, everybody up on that panel, this is Trey Gang's channel. When the host is talking, it's like Mount St. Helen. Everybody shut up and listen. Then he'll be quiet and respect us to go back to giving opinions. Everybody's talking over everybody. These are all gems. Everything she's talking about, Trey Gang know just like I do. We've been here before. Those are nothing she's saying is new. The only thing is we're coming back to it. So if it's something that we need to know about, it's going to get told now. But respectfully, everybody needs to take a turn and talk, breathe, and please, when Trey talking, don't talk, don't co-sign. He don't need aha, and nothing. Because it's kind of rude, and we can't hear in the chat.
Well, I didn't cut him off, Keyshawn. I was on mute for like 15 minutes. I didn't cut him off.
Everybody's talking all over again. Respectfully, HMMM, whatever, you need to pull back, sis, from the mic. We can hear you because you talking hella loud.
Okay, I'll say it again. I didn't realize that my mic was turned up. That's what I corrected.
I got you on Bluetooth.
I didn't turn letting me know because I don't want to be talking over anybody.
Yes, and see,
Okay, well,
you got to understand, with technology, we all have a lag. We all have a lag.
Yes, you're right.
So you got to give a minute and breathe before the next person speaks. I'm out.
Well, all right, well, I was on mute for like 10 minutes, so I didn't cut Trey Gang off. I wasn't even talking. I just started back talking. And when Trey Gang start talking, I'll be quiet.
I'm gonna say this. I get the fuck off for the rest of the night. But I'm gonna say this right here. But what y'all ain't finna do is fucking tell me that it's more than one Crown Plaza near O'Hara. That's what y'all ain't gonna tell me. Because what I do know is it's one fucking Crown Plaza near O'Hara Airport. It's in a 2-mile vicinity. It's 3 Crown Plazas near O'Hara within a 100-mile radius, and they nowhere near each other. It's one in near Crown Plaza O'Hara is Roseline. And if y'all don't believe me, Google the address to Crown Plaza near O'Hara. You will not get 2 fucking addresses. I do know that. Now Google that shit. Everybody take a pause and Google it. Fuck O'Hara. Fuck all the names.
I want to know.
Google.
I don't mean cut you out. I want to know why Chloe Lavera in my chat and she always be striking my video.
Get that bitch off. Get her off. Get that hoe up off the line. We fucking with her. Get her off. Keyshawn, get her off. Keyshawn. One of you other mods, get her out the chat. She do not belong in here. Headshot, Keyshawn. Headshot, somebody, Audrey, one of y'all, anybody, get that bitch off. But let me say this, because I am piping hot. God damn it, I don't mean to holler. I'm sorry, respectfully, y'all. Please listen to what I'm telling y'all. It don't fucking matter what the Crown Plaza is called. Don't put O'Hara. Don't put Rosemont. Just put Crown Plaza near the airport. And then all of them gonna come up. And I promise you, it ain't no 2 hotels near Crown Plaza O'Hara. I mean, the O'Hara Airport. That's a fucking lie. That's a lie. Show it to me. Somebody show me 2 airports with 2 addresses near O'Hara Airport. Show me 2 motherfucking hotels near O'Hara, and I will get the fuck off this live tray. I never call back in again. Never call back in this motherfucker again. Because y'all ain't telling me no fuck shit like that. Not tonight. Not tonight. So somebody prove me wrong. Somebody, please. Trey, my fact, Trey, you Google it.
TG, all you got to do is go. TG, all you got to do is go to the Google Maps, bro. Prove that just like that. Period.
Really, all you have to do is go to the 911 call because they give reference to 2 in the 911 call.
How about we all do this? I don't care nothing about them calls. Fuck them calls. We know them calls fabricated. We know it's been lies being told. I don't give a shit about what's currently on their website. I want y'all to Google that shit. Google Crown Plaza 100 miles from the city of Chicago and watch what the fuck y'all find. If you can't find it in 100 mile radius from Chicago and find extra Crown Plaza that just mysteriously pop the fuck up, I don't even know what we're doing tonight. I really don't. Y'all all stop and Google that shit. One near O'Hara. One fucking hotel near O'Hara called Crown Plaza. Straight up. Get the fuck off the line, Trey. I'll hit you on another phone call. Fuck this shit. This is some bullshit tonight. Damn the pool. Fuck the pool.
Look, y'all know what I be going through there. Just imagine when I go through my email, look what I get on my end. Y'all just getting a taste of it. Look how you get frustrated. You now you know why I call them sucker thunderbolt and go off. You know what I'm talking about?
That's some bullshit, Trey. I'm gonna calm down, and I know people probably popping shit about me in the chat, but guess what? Y'all got technology at y'all motherfucking palms. All y'all sitting in front of a computer or phone. Y'all do what y'all normally would do. If y'all was trying to find a cheesecake factory and y'all was in the city of Chicago,
Trey, this is what,
do me that favor.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but this is why it's hard for me to get like through to you on your emails and stuff. It's just easier for me to say what I found out versus sending it to you because I know you're flooded.
Only one Crown Plaza near O'Hara. That's my motherfucking city. Ain't no two Crown Plazas in no 2 mile radius, y'all. It ain't. That's bad business. That's bad motherfucker. What they call demographics? That's bad demographics. Real shit.
Hey, but let's get back to what we was talking about.
I don't know, but this is K-Stack. Can y'all hear me? Because last time I got on here, y'all couldn't hear me. Can y'all hear me tonight?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. I just want to make sure because last time I got on here, my audio wasn't working.
Well, fuck the distractions. Let's get back to what we was talking about.
You're very clear right now.
I'm not a distraction. I was just y'all
not
can
you,
hear me.
Baby,
I'm not a distraction.
Not you, baby.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, y'all go ahead. As long as y'all can hear me, I'm good. Y'all go ahead. Thank you.
No, but check this out. I'm gonna say this. HUMM, she's not no distraction either. But I'm very confused tonight because I know she know her shit. And for you to tell me it's 2 Crown Plazas near O'Hara, I'm very confused and I'm highly disappointed. Really, I'm very disappointed because you've been on your shit the whole time. So you please tell me how you think it's 2 Crown Plazas near O'Hara.
Well, I guess my best solidified evidence is the fact that the 911 call, both Miss Martin and dispatch correct each other, or however you want to say it. He says, don't you mean Crown Plaza Rosemont? And she says, oh,
if it was two hotels.
But she said she said that she was sitting in the parking lot at Crown Plaza O'Hare. He later corrected her and she bought into the correction. And when I was listening to Trey yesterday in his live, he said, this stuff just seems like it's a skit. And I couldn't get on to tell, I was trying to let you guys know because I told you I was going. I had already made reservations, but I was like, let me do some more background checking to see what I'm going to be around when I go there. And it was during that time that I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't have a pool. It's not part of the amenities because I wanted, I was going there for a reason. And then I was like, wait, I'm confused. Because remember, I kept saying, no, wait,
maybe
it's like
Maybe they took it off. Maybe they edited the website, baby.
But hey, even if they did, all I'm telling you,
she talking about a whole different hotel in Chicago. It's 2 Crown Plazas in Chicago. It's one on South Halstead Street and one on North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. That's the one that Kenneka was at. That's the one with the pool.
Right.
That's the one with
Let me say this, baby girl. It's two Crown Plazas. One's near the Loop, downtown Chicago, and it's one in Rosemont near O'Hara. Those are the 2 hotels that Crown Plaza has in that city. Let me say it one more time. It's one near the Loop, downtown Chicago, and there's one near O'Hara, which is in Rosemont. They're a mile and a half apart.
Yes,
there's not
right,
2
correct.
Crown Plazas near the airport. So when
Mr.
Reese said, I'm at the Crown Plaza O'Hara, right, I'm Crown Plaza O'Hara, he said, don't you mean Rosemont? Yes. That's exactly what the fuck she meant. If it was 2, how the fuck would he have known what the fuck she meant? If it was 2, how would he know? Yeah, that ain't no skit, man. Y'all Google that, man, and try to get off because my pressure fucking high tonight.
Please Google it
y'all
because
can
it's
talk
for
tonight.
everybody. Please.
And I just wanted to say on that point, since you said on that point about the 2 devils, the dispatcher that was on the phone when he was like, "Do you mean Crown Plaza, the airport one?" He knew exactly what was going on. So I mean, like everybody said, it's a whole ring. It's a whole ring. Oh, it's only one.
There's one case stacks.
So why would he wanted to clarify? Yeah, baby.
Yo, do y'all remember the parking ticket? Y'all remember the parking ticket? It said Rosemont. So we don't even have to argue about it.
Exactly. Because it's only
one.
We're
not arguing. I'm just trying to clarify. We're not arguing. I'm just clarifying because the dispatcher, he was like, "Do you mean, Crown Plaza, blah, blah, blah." So I'm just stuck in my head. Like, he was correcting her.
He was correcting her. He was merely correcting her, telling her, "No, baby." Right? He like, "Baby, you not at O'Hara. There is no Rosemont O'Hara. There is no Crown Plaza O'Hara. The Crown Plaza Rosemont." He was simply correcting her. There are not 2. That shit sound crazy. And the only reason why I'm so focused on this is because I know what she talking about. I know she know what she talking about. That's the problem I'm having tonight. Trey, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. This lady know her shit. I'm confused as to why you want to say about a phone call, and we know all they asses lying. They goddamn police officer must work 24 hours because he keep answering the motherfucking phone. Teresa call, he pick up. This person call, he pick up. Is that Detective Walsh? That bitch was everywhere. I mean, y'all, I'm just the reason why I'm so angry
check this out.
Is because
check this out though. It's a bunch of videos where people going out to the hotel. They start from the outside of the hotel and they're showing you it's the Rosemont, and then they go inside the hotel. They show you the kitchen. They walking around. They go to the pool area. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why.
Hold on.
People lying
Baba
about
Black,
this shit.
Baba Black. Everybody stop right now. Whoever Baba Black is, they just said it. Who is Baba Black, Trey? Rose Baba Black comment. Can you highlight Baba Black comment? Baba Black said, "I live in Chicago and we call them bitches 2 different names, but it's the same hotel." Now that's cases, I'm letting that case go. I ain't need anybody to say that shit, but a native from Chicago. He said we call them both. We call them O'Hara. But the correct name is Rosemont. It's Rosemont. First of all, O'Hara ain't no goddamn city. You can't say create Crown Plaza O'Hara. No, Crown Plaza Rosemont. That's the fucking city it's in. O'Hara ain't no motherfucking city.
Fact.
Moral of the story is the pool. Moral of the story is the pool. Can we get off the pool?
Right, because we wasn't even talking about that. I mean, I could see how somebody would get mixed up driving out to O'Hare and they saying O'Hare because there's a bunch of signs out there that say O'Hare. You feel me? I'm from Chicago too, and I used to go out to Rosemont to the DePaul University games. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of signs that say O'Hare. You feel me? So that could be why people get confused when they say, like, I'm out by O'Hare at the Rosemont Hotel, because everything out there supports that airport. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of signs that say O'Hare this, O'Hare that. So people could get mixed up in the saying that that's the O'Hare Rosemont. But
I just have a question again in regards to the 911 call. Why was it significant for them to correct the difference if they were both from Chicago like you are? Why would they need to make that correction? Why would that need to be? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Distinct.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it's just like, even if it was a fake call, he could be correcting it because he don't want to be sending dispatches out to the wrong hotel. You feel me? Like, you want to get it straight, like you talking about, because he calling Rosemont. She was calling Rosemont supposedly. If she calling Rosemont supposedly, huh?
Right. He didn't have any intentions on sending out anybody. He was telling her to wait.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to be investigating the wrong hotel. So he wanted to get that straight. But it was a fake ass motherfucking call from the beginning. You know what I mean? He was basically leading her through it. But he had to make sure that she got that shit straight. You know what I mean? Because if you at Rosemont, why are you calling about the Chicago O'Hare Hotel? Feel me? That's why he said, "You sure?" I'm talking about. You sure you talking about the? You sure you're not talking about the Rosemont Hotel, the Rosemont Crown Plaza? Because we in Rosemont, where you calling me at Rosemont. Why would you be complaining about a hotel that's in Chicago and Rosemont?
Keisha said that she called and they do have a pool.
Facts. That's already been proven. I don't even know why we even going over this shit.
I don't know why either.
Y'all need to be.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, well, I got off and called. They do have a pool there at the Rosemont.
Yeah, I think HMM was getting confused with the other hotel, but it definitely is a pool in the Rosemont Crown Plaza. So
Yes, it is. So back to the subject in here.
Yeah, please, because I'm getting a headache talking about this goddamn pool. I don't want to hear about this motherfucking pool no more unless we talking about some evidence. For real.
Because the conversation was really good behind the pool. I think you and Ron Stoke was saying, I can't even think of the conversation we was just having before all this. Wow.
The girl walking through the kitchen.
Yeah, with the shoes being too big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
TG was getting ready. TG was getting ready to play the video, but we got off into some other shit.
Right, right.
Waiting on you, Trey.
Man, look, I let y'all go, you know what I'm saying, had a platform, right? I'm just listening to y'all. You see what I'm saying? I'm just reading my microphone. I'm learning.
Y'all already know what I'm finna say. Thumb your boy up. If you don't thumb your boy up, you are op.
Fat.
But
So how many girls y'all think got killed that night?
Hmm.
You understand me? I mean, let's get into the nitty gritty. You know what I mean? Let's really talk about this case. Because in order for you to have all of this controversy, it had to be a big thing that you was trying to cover up. You understand me? Anytime somebody doing all of this panicking and you know what I mean? You look at this with street eyes, you understand that it's some bullshit going on. Feel me?
I mean,
It's a whole.
we know that it's some bullshit with Crown Plaza though, because wasn't it a statement made that every time girls go to Crown Plaza, they always leave upset or crying or not nothing positive. So
I read that.
They
Because
took
they be
down a
having
lot of
parties.
their reviews too that used to be up there. If you go up there, there's the a lot of the reviews that was up there where they was talking about how one review was they came in the room a few times while she was one woman was sleeping. A lot of those reviews are down.
Facts. Well, how many believe that they mixed in different videos from the 6th with the 9th?
It's possible. I mean, if they mess with the footage, it's very possible.
Because when TY's video shut off the first one, you know what I mean? It just seems like, you know, they kind of matched it in with another video. You know what I mean? And even with the videos down in the hallway, it just seemed like that's an older version of some videos that they put together. You feel me? Like walking in a hotel, the grain is different. And if anybody that did any videography in school, you'd be able, you know what I'm saying? You'd be able to decipher, you know, when the glitches start. You know what I'm saying? Some videos are more grainier than the other ones. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can tell like they've been piecing shit together and photoshopping people out. You know what I mean? Like Trey been saying, like, you know, when it's red, those red marks across the screen, that means somebody in the hallway, but you don't see nobody.
Yeah.
They did a lot of fucking up. You know what I'm saying? And to me, those Keneka's been changing. Like, I mean, if you look, you know what I mean? Like, I seen a video where when you know, when they first walking into the hotel and they walk up and through from the back door and they go around, you know what I mean? And they had a video. It was like when it first started. I had went back to the original videos from the beginning, like when they had, you could see somebody grab the so-called, you know, Kenneka and go off into the side, and the rest of the girls kept walking towards the elevator. Now, see, if you get grabbed and pulled off to the side, those are where those conference rooms are, those ballrooms and shit. You know what I mean? So they could have easily slipped her off in there, and you know, the fake Kenneka jumped in the elevator with Monifa, and that was the reason for the video they made in the elevator, because it really wasn't no reason for that video in the elevator other than to make it look like, you know, Kenneka's still with us. You feel me?
And what hotel have motion activated cameras? We all know any hotel you go to, they gonna have them cameras running 24/7.
Right. But they also gonna have motion so they'll be able to tell when somebody's walking in the hallway, or, you know, something like the alerts with somebody in the wrong area at the wrong time. So yeah, they have those infrareds. But yeah, if you look at the girl in the bathroom, don't look nothing like Kenneka. You feel me? This was all staged to make it look like she was in that hotel.
Kenneka
That was the reason for all of the doppelgangers, all of the lookalikes. That was the reason for all of that. They had to make a video to make it look like she was in that motherfucker in order for that, you know, to call it foul play. And think about the girl that got killed, so-called killed in the car accident. Why was she murdered? You feel me? Why was she murdered? Because she didn't want to go along with the shits. That's what I'm thinking. Like, she didn't really want to go along with that shit. You know what I mean? So she had to be sacrificed as well. And they talking about that boy. I mean, all of this shit, the boy, the lookalike and shit, you know, he went to jail on the wrong day. Like, come on, man.
Two people get into a car accident. That was
how you go to jail?
That party.
How you go to jail before the day of the party though? If it was supposed to be on the night, he was in jail. He was in jail on the 8th. All of this shit, y'all got to see, man. Y'all got to put this shit together, man. Straight up, man. Like, this shit is crazy. And when everybody is involved, including the police, it's gonna be hard for someone to come back to the light. You feel me? Because they gonna keep on shooting it down. I mean, I seen people go to jail for less. And all of these loopholes, all of these holes in this damn case, and ain't nobody went to jail yet. Are you crazy?
Somebody please block.
This is Chicago, man.
Somebody please block her, because just to further prove my point, it's reviews on Google from 9 years ago talking about the pool. The pool been there. Okay, shut the fuck up about the pool. You getting on my nerves.
Pay her no never mind. Pay her no never mind. We gonna stay on our shit.
For real. We just said I got off and caught. There's, you know, like, please.
You know what I mean? Like, we gotta look at this, man. It's too many. It's too many things. It's too many things that don't look right. There's too many things that's out of place, and that's why everybody is on this case like this here. Because
like the girl just left the comment. Look at the 6th floor. I believe something went down on that 6th floor too, just by that Zach video when he kept screaming that room.
Even Irene fucked that up. She said when I went back to the hotel and shit. I can't think of the floor. But you said a minute ago that you was on the 9th floor at the beginning of the interview. But all of a sudden now you can't remember what floor you was on. It's like the bullshit is so thick, you hear me? But if you wasn't there, goddamn it, then you wouldn't fucking know, because I believe she wasn't fucking there. And if you look at that interview and you listen to the background with people knocking and shit and saying certain shit in the background, telling making her say things that she what they wanted to say. You feel me? I pay attention to all of that shit, man.
We can't be believing what these people that supposedly her friends are saying about her, because based on what her mama saying, what her sister say, that's not even the type of woman that Kenneka was. I don't even believe she was in there doing that. Maybe Monifa and them, yeah, but Kenneka, no.
We can't really go off of what, because all of us didn't know Kenneka. I didn't know her, so we have to really go off of what we see and what we, what I'm saying.
But that's why I said what her mama said, because who gonna know her better than her mama? She gave birth to her.
Yeah. I ain't gonna speak on. I don't want to really speak on her mama, because she, I don't know. She kind of rubbed me the wrong way from the beginning, but
just like under one of the videos, the Zach video, the uncle left a comment. Those wasn't her friends. When somebody I guess the caption was Zach TV interviewed Kenneka's friends, and J Money left a comment like they not her friends
at all. A lot of people said that those wasn't her friends, but they also said it was her family too,
and that was a lie.
And the only hotel I could think of that they could have been at, other than the Crown Plaza, would be Doubletree, because that's right across the street.
Because that Doubletree was charged to that man's card too.
And you can go underground to the damn Doubletree.
It's just sad. We're here almost 5 years later, and this shit's still like, wow.
Because these bigwigs are involved. When some rich people involved, you got to understand, like, they ain't finna let this shit come to light. They'll do whatever they ain't gonna do whatever possible, man. And why does Monifa, why is she grossing $4 million? Why is she worth $4 million? Does anybody answer that?
I know, right? That keeps coming up too.
Yeah, I looked that up, man. She worth $4 million right now, like a real website.
What you talking about, Monifa? That cannot be true. If she had $4 million, she would have custody of her child.
It's on Google. I mean, you can have money and not, be a fit parent. They can still take
people lie about their finances to Forbes and all type of shit.
On Google though?
Yeah, Google. You can edit anybody's Wikipedia page. Anybody can edit a Wikipedia page.
Oh, it's not Wikipedia though.
Well, I'm just using Wikipedia as an example.
Oh yeah, I understand that. I know Wikipedia is bogus. You know what I'm saying? But
if Irene was making $4 million, why the fuck is she on Facebook selling Instagram boutique clothing? I don't believe that. Why her hair ain't never done? Why her house look like that? If she got $4 million net worth, no, there's no way.
Is she even still in Chicago?
You ain't got to do nothing but just look it up. If people say it's on there, if you look it up, it ain't on there. So I looked it up,
Trey Gang. I looked it up, Trey Gang, and a website popped up with Monifa name on it, Monifa Shelton, and it had all pictures of Kenneka, and I bust out laughing because I said they don't even know who Monifa is.
You said that in the last live, didn't you? When that came up.
They don't even know who Monifa is.
We was on there the last live, yep. And that had came up, and you said it. You Googled it, and it had mad pictures of Kenneka.
And I'm looking it up right now. Everything I be looking up behind the scenes, so I just let everything just follow suit. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't just gonna say too much. I mute my microphone.
Well, I wish you would have looked at the pool, and that way I wouldn't have got bounced off calling them. I had to block my number too. I'm up calling, wondering why they got a pool. Shit. But I still wanted to know if Rico was locked up when she got killed. Was his shooting, was his death a part of this or just some gang related incident?
Either way, I wouldn't care because they was on that live calling Miss Teresa the police. I don't like that. And if that's his homeboys on that live saying that, and he ain't even correct them, he with it. Guilty by association.
Right.
Ain't that what the police do? Guilty by association.
Yep. Conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All that.
Y'all also remember when Pease was talking about when they asked him, oh, yeah, that's my man's girl. Yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, he just got out. You feel me? But then when Zach asked him about, man, where y'all think she went? Oh, I'm thinking, man, she dipped off with her guy or something.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That bothered me too, because I'm like, wait, if that was your man's girl, why would you think she's dipping off with another nigga?
Right.
I mean, another dude. Like, yeah.
Right. So what? I mean, either you lied, nigga, and he was there, or she was fucking with somebody else in that hotel that he didn't know about. Now, which is it?
Yeah.
Okay, if y'all want to believe, not y'all, if in the comments, if y'all want to believe Monifa make $4 million, then go ahead and believe that shit. I don't know what the fuck else to tell you.
I don't know though.
Man,
people got a whole lot of people got paid.
Ponytail.
And that's
whole
what
lot
I'm
of people
saying.
got paid.
Why the fuck she had that on if her net worth is $4 million?
The ponytail.
The ponytail.
A fucking fan ponytail. I ain't worn no shit like that since I was in high school. Monifa is broke. Been broke.
I know y'all don't believe in the shadow man shit, but you believe that they make people wear certain things so they can make them look like something else in the videos?
I do.
Like check this out. Like by her having that damn ponytail on her head, you can make it look like she got to do scub cap on her head. You feel me? Like you remember that part where you seen Kenneka bending over the bed, like when they drop something.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see those.
Look, if that's the case, then where the $4 million went to for they got the goddamn and Photoshop the whole hairdo? That's really bad. They like, oh shit, we got a ratchet motherfucker in here. We need to Photoshop that shit. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but check this out though. I'm saying like if they had to show that footage from the 6 and them 2 niggas was in that video, you know what I'm saying, and they want to use that video, they could make her look, put that ponytail up in the head because that nigga had on a scub cap in that video. You know what I'm saying? So they made her, you know what I'm saying, put that thing on, you know what I'm saying, on her head, and her clothes didn't even look the same. Like she had, you know what I'm saying, like. Cause I put a 3D on that motherfucker. I put a 3D on that. And it looked like it's 2 dudes sitting there fucking with her. You feel me? Like sitting in a chair. Fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Or fucking with her. You know, like trying to drop something in her drink and shit and it missed. You feel me? And the nigga got down on the ground and picked it up. See that? I don't think that was Monifa. And I don't really think, standing up there when they show TY and P sitting together on the was supposed to be like the dresser or something, and you see was supposed to be Kenneka right there. I don't think that was Kenneka either. I mean, it's just my thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might have looked like her because they made it look like that was her, and her hair was covered up. Like she just put that jacket on and she forgot to take her hair out. You know, women always take their hair out and put, you know what I'm saying, so hair won't be in you know, inside the jacket in the back.
Yeah.
She forgot to take her hair out. Like she just put that jacket on. You feel me? I mean, everybody knows like they had to take the clothes off that girl. You know what I mean? Everybody knows they redressed whoever that was in a freezer because the pants didn't even fit. That's why they even go all the way up.
Because she was wet. It's hard to put wet clothes on.
But Kenneka's ass, you know, you can see like she was a lot thicker. That girl that was in the freezer, she was a lot thicker than all those old pictures that we seen of Kenneka. Her legs are skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like when she got out the top, she was kind of thick, but the girl in the freezer's legs were a lot
All
thicker than
this
Kenneka.
is, look,
Kenneka,
this is all this is. The reason why Kenneka body like that, cause once you get through Eddie in the video, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she gonna look like a different person because they had to crop, edit people out, and you know it gonna stretch her body out all this. So they people use that to their advantage. Like that ain't the Kenneka. That's her on the video. It just heavily altered. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's the same body. If you look at if you analyze the video, look how the way Kenneka walk. You know what I'm saying? This one hard thing they could duplicate is her walk. So next thing you know, when they show her walking in the hallway, look at her foot. Just like what you said, it look like her shoes too big. Now it ain't got nothing to do with the shoe. It just how does she walking? Look at her feet. If you look at her feet, you could tell she really ain't walking because her feet is dangling in the mid-air. You know, she would lose her foot and would have failed or anything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
That's why I said, yeah. That's why I said when they was whoever was walking with her, she almost fell, and they had to help her. You know what I'm saying? Straighten back
keep
up.
in mind, you just said that ain't the Kenneka though.
No, it's not. Whoever that chick
Okay,
is walking through
but you
that
Kenneka,
just
do
kitchen,
you know
said,
what
but
Kenneka
you
look
just
like?
that's not Kenneka walking through
That's
that
Kenneka.
walking through the kitchen.
Kenneka is a curvy girl. She might be slim, but Kenneka is a curvy girl. You need to go
she
on her
is.
page and look at her body pictures. That's
Yeah, she
Kenneka.
curvy, but she's slim thick. She not thick thick. You know what I'm saying?
The
She's slim
girl in
thick.
the video was slim thick. That ain't thick thick. I'm thick thick. Okay. I know
Okay,
what thick thick
Oh
look like.
shit, goddamn it.
okay.
Yeah.
I heard that goddamn.
You know,
I'm just
That's
saying, it's like
they
Kenneka.
gumbo thick. You know what that meant?
that's just my opinion, though. You know, like it's just like them shoes really fuck with me though. Just like if you put on somebody's shoes, they shouldn't be flopping like that. And the shoes of the girl that's in the freezer look like they fit pretty tight to me. You
Yeah,
know what
but
I'm
it's too
saying? That's
hard
why they
if
had
the
to throw the
jeans
other
is
shoe
tight.
in there.
If the jeans is tight and wet, that's gonna be hard to put on. Period. Go take some clothes right now and go fill up your bathtub with water, wet them, and then try to put that shit on.
But those clothes didn't look wet, and she didn't either.
The clothes was wet.
They didn't look wet to me. I'm sorry. And
You
I
might
do
need to
agree
take a
with
second look.
huh?
You might need to take a second look.
Man, I've been looking up them pictures a lot. You know what I'm saying?
The clothes
But
were wet and dirty.
they was dirty as hell, but I ain't see really no wetness. I mean, why wasn't her hair wet? Why wasn't her hair like any frost tip on it or on her because you all that shit gonna be frosted. You know your eyelashes, your eyebrows, your tips of your hair gonna be frosted if you was in some fruit if you in the freezer. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because
Like
it was
everything gonna melt.
go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Everything gonna melt. Everything gonna melt because the blood. You still got blood inside your body,
Not that
but ain't
fast
no
though.
blood in your hair. You feel me? So that's still gonna have frost on it.
It's not gonna unthaw that fast though.
Right.
For a
Exactly.
whole body, a thing of chicken. Take a whole. If you do it in the fridge the way you supposed to do, it's gonna take at least 24 or more hours for that chicken to unthaw, and it's still gonna be frozen at least in the inside in the middle. So for a whole body, Kenneka was at least 180, 190 pounds. For a whole body to unthaw that quick, it's not possible. And
I
if
didn't
she
think
froze to death, where is the physical evidence? There's no frost on her.
that was
Her
That's why.
what
lip.
I said.
That's why.
I thought she
That's
wasn't
why when
frozen.
they That's why in the freezer, they said they recorded her body temperature 2 hours because of the freezer door was open. Just like what you just said, you got to stick a prong in her rectum to get a normal or a accurate temperature reading, because you finna do an autopsy. Just say if she froze on the inside, that means her kidney's gonna be froze and her organs gonna be froze. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
So you cannot perform an autopsy because you got to let that body at least throw out a week. You can't run no water on it like we'll do chicken. You know what I'm saying? You got to let that body sit out like at room temperature. It gonna take at least a week or two for you to begin your autopsy report. Since they said they took a temperature, you know what I'm saying, that eliminated the freezer theory, because they said, well, we took the temperature 2 hours after the freezer door was open and her body reached at a 34 degrees Fahrenheit, which is that a lie because no meat or no kind of produce would unthaw and would be in the degrees in 2 hours.
And you know what else, Trey Gang? If this was actually true that she froze to death, I honestly think she would still be alive, because it's been many cases where people have been frozen alive and they still woke up and was breathing and they was good. So if she was frozen, she would have been more preserved. No, she wasn't frozen. The
She
freezer won't
wasn't
on.
frozen. I read the same cases you read. People were actually like, it was a doctor save a lady. She was frozen. She was heavily frozen, but she was saved though. You know what I'm saying? And plus, she was in the what they say, she was in the blizzard. She was in that jump for I think 3-4 days or something. But
Yep.
she survived. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
then I read another report that a person had was in the cold. I guess he was a homeless person. This person was in the cold and that person froze, but that person ended up coming back to life. The doctor saved them because it was a machine. It warms your, it's like, I need to go to that article so y'all can read it. It put the person had to get their hands cut off because of the frost bites and the legs and stuff like that, but the person still survived though. So it's possible that a person can come back to life when they actually come to hypothermia.
Right. And if that girl was frozen, there's no way she would have been 30 degrees when they found her. That's not a freezing temperature.
Can y'all hear
Cause
me?
Cause look, if she breathing in the freezer, check this out. This was gonna really put you to death because you breathing in cold air. So your inside's gonna freeze first, cause that's where you breathing at. This was gonna suffocate you. This was gonna make you hard to breathe, cause your lungs is filling up with all that freon, oxygen. You know, to me, your oxygen, what you already got stored in your body. Then you got to think about the freon. All that's finna combine together and thicken up in your lungs, so it finna harder you for to breathe, and you gonna suffocate. So keep this in mind. If she was breathing in the freezer, before she died, she would have suffocated for a lack of oxygen and goddamn it freon poisoning.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
See, if she was outside in the environment, they wouldn't have had to worry about no chemical. See, they weren't thinking about when the freezer were on. They weren't thinking about the freon, the chemicals that would be in her airways, and it would show and complete the autopsy. Like, yeah, she was still breathing when the freezer was on. But since she ain't got none of that, you could rule the freezer out. Like, well, it was never on, and she was never froze, so you lied to us, and you cannot prove that. Cut the check. You see what I'm saying?
That part.
Right.
Can y'all hear me, people?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh my God. They've been playing with me, Trey. I've been trying to get in here for so long.
Hey, look,
Letting all that thunder booty
I've been
stuff
seeing
going
y'all
on.
come in and they boot y'all out, and I got to keep getting
Yeah.
y'all here.
Man, and we know what it is, man. I'm kind of glad it did happen. And I'm glad that guy, Von Silk, is not on here right now because I got some words for his ass too. Because he came in pretty much distracting our chat as well. Let's go back to the pool part that had me all uproar while I was with my family. Okay, so the footage that we see, there's a visibility bar. What do y'all think the visibility bar is making visible? The pool. So all
Thank
this, there's
you.
not a pool, you need to call and all of that. They're going to tell you no. And even if they do tell you, yeah, I mean, come on now. We know who the HMMM person is. I called it right earlier. You are an op because I told you to send your evidence over to the email. J is J for K. If you want your stuff to be seen, Trey gets so many emails a day, he may not see it. So if you really want somebody to see it, shoot it over here. She never did that. She keeps coming in the chat and distracting us with stuff that we already know.
And you see how I got on her ass, Jay, about that pool. And
you
then as soon as I proved my point about that pool, she got quiet as fuck and left.
Exactly. Now, Vaughn, I mean, come on, bro. You don't think Kenneka was even there? Like, come on, that's more distractions, bro. How many other girls was killed? We worrying about Kenneka right now. This is J4K, not J4K and them. Or we would know about them. Not to, say nothing, about anybody else, but we know about Kenneka right now. And we're trying to get justice for her. And then he talking bad about Mama T. Come on, cuz.
Yeah, no.
Innocent until proven guilty. With everyone. And then everybody over talking each other. Come on now. I explained the rules yesterday. If you can't be on this chat and let people have their say, and then you speak, don't get up here. Because it don't look good, people. They got other YouTube channels for that. So over here, we stick it with facts. We pull up footage and we watch footage. We on the timeline over here. We know what's going on. Stop telling us other stuff. Because y'all coming into the chat, not thumbing my boy up, stealing his content. Right after we get off this live, somebody gonna go live and talk about what we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's supposed to be J4K. Now let's really get on the facts.
If it don't come from Trey Gang, I don't.
It ain't facts.
Any outside source, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, Keyshawn had to come on and speak her mind. Y'all gotta quit letting her do that. Then she gonna look like the bad person because she gotta keep cutting grown people roots. Know how this platform is set up and get with it. If not, you will be blocked. Me too. Because I'm tired of the Discord. Like they trying to come over here and do that. Nah, y'all can go build your own platform and do that over there. Rita Ray, we gonna repeat whatever we need to until everybody gets it. You gonna hear it repeated. If you don't, be free to move on. All them YouTubers are frauds. All of them. Does anybody got anything bad to say about Trey Gang, 54 Keys? They ops. We know that. Nothing else needs to be said. Now, there is 340 people in here, 199 likes. Can my boy get some thumbs up?
Please.
For the truth? Thumb up the truth. If you J4K, let's get these thumbs up, man. Now, anybody got some real stuff we need to talk about? Because as soon as we get on here and cut roots, everybody get quiet then. Because when it comes to opinion, and then you heard that man keep saying that, this is my opinion. We're not here for opinions, bro. We're here for facts and trying to line up our opinions with the facts. Okay, Dad, please move on. Give me a question, just my opinion. It's a coincidence that's your name too, huh?
Right.
It's crazy.
No,
I was here years
no
before
troll.
you, mate. Okay, Rita Ray. I'm glad you was here before me, so you should know more than me. And you should be on this platform with us, right? So come on up here, Rita. Tell us what's going on.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. What's up? What's up?
Hey.
Y'all can hear me?
What's this big
Yeah, we
factual?
can hear you.
Hey, y'all.
What's the deal,
Yeah, hey,
bro?
but this, I'm Fred the jig in the chat, so y'all know.
Okay.
I'm Fred the jig in the chat. Okay. I want to say hi to everybody, and I just want to just speak on what we just witnessed that just happened. And Trey, I know you paying attention, right? And the sis that's been on, I think Ronnie, I think that's her, that you've been on lately. Like you said earlier, you said whenever we get into certain stuff, like all this stuff gonna happen and people gonna come distract, and then Trey said the same thing based off of what was happening when all the spam came. After all the spam left, nothing but ops came in the chat. Y'all ain't see
Yeah,
it?
I seen it.
And
I
on
seen
the
it.
panel, we done had like 3 ops on the panel today. Y'all ain't see
Yeah,
it?
it's
Yeah,
up
I'm
on the
right
listening to
now.
panel.
them.
Yeah.
All right, and this is my first time getting up here. I only been following Trey like a year and a half, so I still don't know everything that everybody else know, but I'm a good seer as far as personalities and people talking. And I was telling
Yeah.
them that woman that got up here, she just tried to save Straight Drop.
Yes.
She just tried to make the same thing that Straight Drop was arguing with that other YouTuber about no pool. She just did it in another format. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
I got you, brother.
And then when we can prove it, then she tried to throw it off by saying, "Look at the mirrors." And that dude, Design Cosmos in here vouching for her. He an op too. Anybody
What was that
vouching
name
for
again?
that? Design Cosmos Cosmetics. That's my
Okay.
first time seeing him in there. I ain't playing with. I don't gotta have no wrench or none of that. I just follow Trey regardless.
That's what's
You know
up.
what I mean? I follow him and I follow 54 Keys, but I'm just telling you, watch them, listen to what they saying. All this gonna give us more evidence of who they are. Why they come
Exactly.
and trying to stop us getting the truth, they gonna expose themselves regardless. Now they gonna try to stay away from you, Trey.
Yeah.
Cut that
They know
down.
we own them. They know we own
Yeah,
them.
cause what we
That's
was talking
loud to
about.
me because I'm sitting next to
Go
it.
ahead.
It don't need to be that loud. You the only one listening to it.
Yeah,
We
but
spent
I'm
like
sorry,
30
y'all.
minutes debating
Now
on
you
the
good,
pool
Go
brother.
that we
ahead, bro.
knew was there.
I'm glad you got on, bro, because it don't matter when you got on, as long as you following the facts, you gonna know what's going on at
Yeah,
all times.
that's all I'm sticking to. Cause Trey already setting it out. Now I know Trey watching them. He already know what they saying a lie. He just jotting down behind the scenes. So all
Mm-hmm.
right, I gotta make sure I can circle this a op for sure. Like you think about if you got some question marks about certain ops, because there's so many of them out there. So then when they confirm themselves, you got full circle. I know who you is. I know who you is. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. They
That's
was there, man. They was there, and they trying hard
There you go
to
right there.
steer
There
to
you go right
steer
there. He in the
everything
chat now.
away.
I just seen him.
I hope
I
he in
still see
there.
that dude in the
I've been trying to
chat.
get on here forever.
But we know what it is, man. That means we getting closer and closer, man. We getting closer and closer. I'm gonna say the last 5 or 6 lives, Trey. Fire in the hole,
Yeah.
Yeah,
baby.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly,
Lightning
bro.
asses
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Exactly, bro. Nothing but like I'm getting more information, being able to process more, and you know, getting down to the what is it called, the minute details. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So to the smallest things. That's why when we got on today about what we started with, Trey, if you go back to what you started the conversation about, we'll bust their ass right now. Just go back to the same conversation you said. We'll bust their ass right now because they're trying to stop us from going into that detail. That's why they came up here with all this different stuff. Oh, the crimes at Rosemont, or O'Hara. Now, Miss Teresa could be confused. Of course, she could be confused. If we say the names is how they say it, but it really mean the same hotel, so she could be confused. But the dispatcher, he shouldn't be confused whether he stayed there or not, because it's his job.
Mm-hmm.
You right.
It's
You
his
right,
job
brother.
to know that. It's his job. You see what I'm saying?
Can one of the
Go ahead.
mods block Carlita Haywood? They threatening Trey Gang.
What? What's
Talking
he
about
say?
some Trey Gang, you gotta stop doing this Kenneka stuff for clout, bro, or you can get it too. It's the real killers in this chat.
Hey, don't worry.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
don't worry, y'all. Don't worry, y'all. It's
He
all
got
a
a real killer in
distraction.
the minds. What you talking about?
Exactly.
Miss me with that BS, like on some real stuff. We here for one reason and reason only. Threatening somebody with bodily harm ain't gonna do nothing but bring you back harm. So let's stop with all the funny
It
talk.
ain't doing nothing but letting
Because
it be
we
known
take
that
that
that Trey
serious.
Gang is up here talking about the truth, and they don't want the truth to get out. That's why they doing the shit they doing. So
And I got his back
keep doing the
100,
shit, y'all.
1,000. We know what it is. You dig? We know exactly what it is. Straight Drop was there talking the real. Nobody else saw it.
Just like
Nobody
Trey
else saw
said.
that. Nobody else
She
saw
just
it.
came to try to distract the whole thing. I can't believe she just did that. She discredited from anything she ever said that could have been true. She discredited it just because she knew you can't be on this case that long and making that stupid mistake. That's stupid.
Wait, but how about I fed into it, got off the line, and called the damn hotel to find out after I didn't
Oh,
seen
I
the
already
footage.
knew you was, sis.
The
Sis,
thing
when I
about
heard
it
you
is,
say
she
it, I
was
was like,
acting.
yes.
You got to fact
The thing
check.
about it is, she was acting so sure in the chat earlier today, but then you get on the live and say you don't know. So why are you talking about something you really don't know? I'm not gonna talk about something I don't know. I'm
That's
gonna
why I
listen and
invited
get the
her up
facts.
earlier. Yeah, that's why I invited it up early, because you let somebody talk, you let a liar talk. Straight
It's
Drop.
gonna come out.
They'll just expose themselves. You feel me?
Check this out. I remember what that person said on the last live, and this stung me too tonight that you would say things like that. So you really confirm.
Yes.
Yes, Trey. That's what I'm saying, Trey. Yes.
We watched the
Bullseye,
chat.
Trey.
We
You did what
remember
you
the
supposed to
chat.
do.
We remember the chats.
Yeah.
I watch it just like Trey do. I go right back after we done and replay it back. Y'all go on to y'all other life. We still J4K over here. It's what y'all don't understand. Y'all thinking my man doing this for clout. Come on, y'all the one writing books. Straight Drop playing music in front of his stuff, like promoting himself. Like, come on, man. Like, for real. How old are you motherfuckers? Seriously. Y'all acting like y'all 19 and 20. Can't get rights. Everything that these people are saying in these chats, any other questions that come into the chat, we have debunked it. If you haven't watched Trey, if you are a true follower of Trey Gang, you should have, all videos should have a like under there. Because you went back and you did your research and you seen that what he's talking about is 100%. He been 100% the whole time. And even when he's wrong, he'll make another live explaining why he was wrong and keep it moving.
Well, you said the real. You just said the real right there, and
For
that's
real.
why I know Trey gained the truth because he'll go back, correct himself, and he let so you know what he see, what he mess up at, or not even mess up at, some other things we should consider as well.
Exactly.
I like when
he
Trey
came
go
on,
through all their theories and kill them.
Yep. When he came
Go
out
ahead, bro.
that live with that ski mask on, you knew he was pissed the fuck off.
Latoya, what do you want to talk about? Everybody keeps saying we need to talk about something else. Put a question in the chat. We'll talk about it.
That's my thing. And if y'all don't like what we talking about, then get on the panel and talk about it. Like, it's an open chat. It's open to discuss anything regarding the case. So if y'all don't want to talk about what we talking about, then don't hear and talk. We open to hear. We open to listen. So
shut up, Mocha. Yeah.
Rita says, "Stop lecturing her. Stop lecturing us."
Rita need to go make a meal or something. Like real talk. Like I'm getting tired of Rita right now. I love Rita. She pie out, but come on now. We know we all here for
What? Hey,
trade.
what we were saying earlier. What we were saying earlier about the shoes not fitting and stuff. Can we go to that? What we were saying earlier about that?
Man, them shoes fit. The video
Okay, so
glitches.
that was a
I got
false
a
And
narrative.
he said,
I
oh,
got
they
a
was
video.
loose, but they
I got a video.
tight when they get in the freezer. Bro, she died, bro. Your body swells. So
Your body
everything will be
swells after
tight.
death.
Yes. Have you seen the dead body? Do you know the
Yeah.
process?
I've seen a lot of dead bodies, bro.
So you should
Unfortunately.
know then. Come on. You should know that a body swells after being dead. Come on now. That's why we know she wasn't
Especially in heat.
frozen.
And for the freezer not to be on, exactly.
There you go.
Especially in heat.
This stuff is not hard.
So
It's
you
elementary.
think the girl walking through the kitchen is Kenneka?
Yes.
Even though you haven't seen her face?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm not here to dispute with anybody. It's just, I'm just making
we here to have
own.
we here to have good dialogue.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a discussion. So,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not here to dispute anybody's views or anything like that. I'm trying to, get to the bottom of this just like everybody else. I don't want to compete with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most important thing with me is getting to the bottom of this case and what happened to all of these people. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, bro, like, we have to make sure this shit don't happen again. But it's still happening. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
It's still happening in Chicago and all of these big cities. Like, women are being snatched, women are being killed and thrown off balconies. I mean, like, and it's mostly black
I just want
women.
to interject you just 1 second. So with you saying that, right, since you're trying to get to the bottom of this, with you saying that, can you keep Mama T name out your mouth until we done with this? Because it's
I
bigger
can do
than
that.
her.
I can do that,
It's bigger
but
than what you think about her. We own the cover up, right? Right?
Yeah.
And the cover up come from the higher ups, correct?
Facts. But
So
how would her mom not be involved? How would a mom be? How would a mom not be involved if it's a cover up?
Just
It's
like
a
if
cover
something
up.
happened to you right now, your mama wouldn't know everything.
Okay, this is my theory. Check me out. This is my theory, right? She might not have known what happened in the beginning.
Yes.
But I think she found out what happened, and she had to go along with it
because she had a lawyer, and she has
you
a case against them, right?
Like she might not have known. Like she might not have known in the beginning, but when she found out what happened, and everybody was a part of it, and she was approached, I think she had to go along with it, and I think that's why she is not vocal about anything right now, because she's been told to shut the fuck up.
Have you ever fought a case before?
Man, come on now.
How
you gonna be black and don't?
I'm just asking.
I done fought a lot of cases, bro, and I know that.
Okay, so
I fought enough cases. I fought enough cases, bro, to know that the government and the state, they'll swap your ass out. Like, they'll do anything to win. You feel me?
Exactly. So
and they'll
with
do
you
anything
knowing
to
about
protect
the
their
process,
people, right?
With you knowing about the process, and you ever had a lawyer, and you were suing someone, right?
You can't talk about it.
You can't talk about it while the case is going on.
Yeah,
y'all need to know that. Y'all need to know that.
I understand that, but the case is closed, right?
The initial case is closed, but
okay,
she is
so
suing. She is suing the village for wrongful death. I can't speak about my daughter's death because I'm suing them about this.
I get
everything
that.
I say is said to a judge, not the YouTube community.
I get that what you're saying,
then
but
you should never say anything bad about this lady,
bro. Why is nobody else speaking out in her behalf then?
This
Why
This
wouldn't you
topic
clear
shouldn't
up
this
the
shouldn't
case?
have nothing to do with
So somebody else
Teresa.
can
Why
mess
wouldn't
up
you
her
clear?
money?
Like
How in
we
the
shouldn't even be
hell
on
would
that
No,
Miss
because
topic.
Teresa
no, no,
have
no, no, no.
anything to
Listen
do
to
with
me,
it when she
y'all.
was in the
Listen to me,
hospital
y'all.
recovering from a cancer surgery and they knew that
I
and they
just
took
feel
advantage
like
of that?
Thank
Come
you.
on
this
now.
Thank you.
whole topic right here, as far as
No, no, no.
is
It's
Teresa.
needed.
It's irrelevant. It's not
It's
irrelevant, but it is. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Because
not
at the end of the day,
irrelevant
that's that
because
girl's
I'm
mom.
speaking directly to the guy who has something bad to say about her, and we need to. If
Exactly.
he's here to get the right stuff, I need to correct him. So he needs to know exactly what's going on. If you know processes, then you should know the process. Now we can definitely move on from here, but I need to address that because Mama T may be watching. I know she is. And I'm
Right.
not gonna let nobody sit up here and talk bad about this lady.
Hey man, I got
Lost
my
her
opinions
daughter.
though, bro. I have an
Your
opinion though, bro.
opinion is not fact, though, my brother,
How do you know that?
because it's your opinion.
No, I'm saying, how do you know she's not involved?
Do you know
I
her?
don't know. You feel me? I
Okay.
don't know. But I'm
So
not going to say
everybody,
nothing bad
so
about
in a criminal
somebody if
case,
it's just my opinion. Do you hear me?
in a
Brother J.
criminal case,
Reese.
everybody is a suspect until proven otherwise. So I'm not finna take nobody off the damn table. And
Okay.
she's
All
shown
right.
too many things. She's shown too many things in this case showing that she's guilty, bro.
What's she
I don't know
guilty
how
of?
long you've been following the case. I
What's
don't
she
know how long
guilty
you've been
on, bro?
following the case. She
Since it
switched her
started?
stories up.
She knows so much.
She said did nothing happen to her daughter when it's clear that something happened to her daughter. How you
Do you
make
know
that
that? Do you know
assumption?
that she said that before she saw the actual tapes?
Okay, let me
Do
ask you
you know
this.
that?
Let me ask you this. You seen the body, right? You seen the pictures of the body, right? Does
Yes,
it
sir.
look like anything didn't happen to her?
Now we know something happened to her.
Okay, why would your mother come out and say, if this was your mother, why would she come out to the and say that that nothing happened to her daughter? Nobody did nothing to her. Nobody said it
She was
was the
threatened.
hotel. They found my daughter. Thank you.
Does she
Thank
have
you,
been
everybody.
threatened?
But my daughter is dead. Who talks about their daughter like that?
Thank
A
y'all.
grieving mama.
Are you serious? She didn't have a drip in her eye. She didn't have a tear in her fucking eye.
So you telling people how to
It's
grieve
footage of
now?
her crying. It's footage of her crying. That's a
So
lie.
you want it to be the way you want her to grieve? Is that correct?
No, I know if I would have seen my daughter beat up the way she was, I would have had some type of, you know
When
what I'm
she
saying? I
seen
wouldn't have
her
been on
daughter, she
live trying
ran
to
out the
tell
hotel
nobody.
screaming.
She ran
What
out.
you
Yeah,
mean?
she ran out.
What do you mean?
Because what you
Have you
want her to
been
do
looking at the
though,
footage? I
you
don't
know what I'm
think you've been
saying?
looking at the footage.
That's even more reason. If she ran out, she got canceled. What she running for?
Because she seen her
Hold
daughter
on.
get. Come on, cuz
I
man,
had
come on.
canceled
You're not
pictures of
making
my
no sense
family.
no
It's no
more.
point in talking to you because you're gonna have a rebuttal for everything we say.
Without the
It's a
fact, you
Yeah.
know what I'm
question.
saying? Because you only
I'm
in your
just saying all
opinion.
of
No,
these
no,
So
things that
Ronnie. I
don't
got
make
something to
sense.
say to him.
All right,
go
check
ahead.
this
I
out.
got something to say
Who
to
in here
him.
from Chicago? Who in here from Chicago?
Don't
My
it
Who's
don't
sister
in here
matter
from
right
will.
now.
Chicago?
I got something to say to you though. I
Hold on,
got
hold
something to
on. Let
say
me
to
ask
you
this
though.
one last
Okay.
question. Let me ask this one last question. If you
Mm-hmm.
from Chicago and you know how long it takes to get to Rosemont from the west side, bro, and first
Yeah.
you had to wait for them to bring you your car, and then you had to drop everybody off, and then you had to go all the way to Rosemont, bro.
Do
If
you
you
know she
from
dropped
Chicago, you
everybody
know
off?
better. It takes at least an hour to get out to Rosemont, depending on the traffic. You understand what I'm saying? How in the fuck was she given a phone call at 4:34 and she ended up at the hotel at 5 o'clock?
She didn't.
That's what the timestamp said.
What timestamp you looking at?
All right, bro. I ain't gonna argue with you.
I'm
You
asking
know
you
what I'm
questions,
saying?
bro.
Everybody got their own. Everybody got their own views on this
She
shit.
was up there around 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Okay, so how she
She
get
didn't
that?
have to
How
take
was
Bree
she?
Bree them home because Bree Bree them had a ride after they dropped the car off. That's who the gray hoodie was.
So you mean to tell me she got there in half an hour, 45 minutes?
Why wouldn't she? It's early in the morning. Ain't nobody on the streets, and your baby
In
is.
Chicago?
Yes,
Chicago
nigga.
running
Come
all
on,
night
bro.
long, man. It's traffic all night long, bro. You
Bro, come
talking
on.
about a real city, bro?
Hey, I'm about to tell you right now, bro. I stay in Las Vegas, Nevada. And
Oh,
at
so
a
you
certain
wouldn't
amount
know
of
it. You wouldn't
and
have
at
an
a certain
idea.
amount of time, listen to me. And at a certain amount of time, I can get on the highway and drive. Do you hear me? There's millions of
Right.
people here.
Okay.
So
That's
don't
in
tell me
Las
about
Vegas
it's
though.
Chicago.
That's
Bro,
in Las Vegas though. Not in
come on,
Chicago.
cuz. Now,
Las
now you
Vegas ain't
still
that
on your
big, bro.
options.
I've been all over the place.
Las
Las
Vegas ain't
Vegas
that
ain't that
big.
big,
Now
bro.
you don't know how big states are. Come on, dude. Come on.
Las Vegas is not bigger than Chicago, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
You don't have that many people living in
Not
Las
Las
Vegas than you do
Vegas,
in
the
Chicago,
city.
bro.
We talking about when you
Hey,
gonna say
hey,
Chicago, this dude here.
hell
Hey,
no.
brother Jay Reese,
Go
hold
ahead and
on. Let me
speak.
speak to him real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, brother Von Sled. Hey, check this out, bro. This all we gotta do. If we trying to get to the bottom of this case, right? Whether you think it is Kenneka, not Kenneka, it's her mom, not her mom, why don't we just solve the case?
That's what
I,
I'm
s- I
trying
went
to
on
do.
I went on that brother. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I went on that brother Edward something, and he got the same theory that you pushing, right? So I told him, I say, even if you think it's not her, why don't you just figure out what happened to the person in here? And then he ain't have
That's
Mm,
nothing to say because he want to talk about trade games so much and talk bad about people so much. I say, solve the fucking case. Stop
that's
acting
it.
like you so fucking high. Solve the
That's
facts.
it.
case, bro. So when you come on here, the thing is, we know that the law says innocent until proven guilty. So even if the people don't want to do right by the laws or do right by us, we can do right by ourselves. We can
I hear
say
you.
she's innocent first.
I
So
hear
then
Exactly.
you.
do it. Don't just hear me. Nah,
I
don't
mean,
just hear me.
no,
Do it and
listen,
have some
listen.
respect.
No,
Have some respect.
hold on, bro. Listen though. Listen. I had all of the positive
Oh,
thoughts in the world that she
I'm
wasn't
listening.
guilty at first, bro. Like everybody else, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to understand like you don't act like why would you stop a protest? Can you answer me that just because the hotel is losing money? Why would you stop a protest?
See,
Because
I think
for
that comes
one,
down to
she
her
didn't set it
trusting.
up.
Okay, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, she
Go
didn't
ahead, brother.
set it up. You were saying the same thing. She didn't trust the people that was running
Yeah,
it.
exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. And if she find out
She
they
was
snake,
running it.
like Trey been telling us, you find out they snake, you gotta pull back from them. But coming in, you gonna be following their lead because you thinking they got more experience than you and that they doing right by you. But when you find out they not doing right by you,
You talking about the
the
people
same
that
thing
was
Zach say. What?
you talking about the people that was taking the money, right?
Yeah,
The
whoever was the
activists
lawyers and stuff at first,
and
whoever
the
was the
first lawyer.
spokesman that Trey tell you he was lying at the beginning. All those people that Trey pointed out and said lies was supposedly confident Miss Teresa then, right?
Andrew Holmes,
They was
Yeah,
Jedediah.
all
and
protesting and supposed to be on her side.
yeah, he the one that told her to stop the protest because he got paid, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Straight
Yeah,
up, because
he's an
everybody got
informant.
Okay,
paid,
so
nigga.
then that's her
I
listening
wasn't
to
worried
him.
about I
That
wouldn't
don't
worry about
mean
no
she was
hotel.
wrong.
I wouldn't worry about no hotel losing money, bro. Especially if my daughter was murdered, bro.
But nah, we understand that, bro. But we ain't ever been put into this situation before. So that's why we leave Mama T out of it until we get done doing what we need to do with what happened to her baby. You feel me? Like, if it come
Yes.
out at the end that Mama has something to do with it, she got to deal with that. Ain't nothing we can do. We just know, oh shit, Mama has something to do with it. But until then, I'm not gonna throw Mama under the bus, though. I won't do that.
I'm not throwing her under the bus either. All I'm saying is that we need to
I
keep
feel you.
our minds open. I'm not
I
saying like
got you.
she's the killer or none of that. I'm saying that we need to keep our minds open. Like
Yes,
we got to
sir.
keep that open. Like you know what I'm saying? Because if you thinking like that she couldn't do nothing wrong, then anything that you see with her involved in it, you're not even gonna think that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna distort you. So I keep my mind open to all different possibilities, bro. That's all I'm saying. And it's a lot of things that make her look guilty, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I understand that, but then you got to think too.
And then
How
her
many times
her brother ended up
who
dead.
has the real narrative, right? To give us the real, the real information.
Who has
People
the
that
right
don't have
narrative?
our best interests at heart. You hear me? So they gonna try to paint her just like how we thought French Cave was guilty in the beginning, because that's what they were showing us.
Right.
Until we peel back
Exactly.
all the layers, and then he actually came out and said something, because he has nothing to lose or gain when it comes to this. So he's actually spoke out. Then we know what's going on. Then we go back and then we see what's going on. Mama T did the same thing. She trusted anybody who was like, "Hey, I'm here to help your baby that was messed up." She like, "Okay, I don't know what to do." And then she find out, oh, these niggas are snakes. They see the taste before me. I'm only seeing the taste like the regular people seeing it.
Hey, but
And then
did
I don't
you
get to
remember
see it
when?
for real until my real lawyer, gets the
Did you
case,
see?
and then I get to see the real stuff.
Did you see when Irene said that that Mama T seen video
Yeah, that's what I'm
when they went
saying.
back to the
She only
hotel?
seen it. Yeah, she only seen it after they showed her, but they seen the video the whole time. Even the news people seen that shit before Mama T. They asking her about the video. Have you
But the
seen this
videos
video?
were but the videos wasn't even supposed to be done yet, right? I'm talking about
No,
the
no, no.
second day when they went up there.
I'm talking about regular footage that was brought up in the beginning, but now it's gone. You remember that? It's some videos that was shown to us in the beginning. Like I said,
Right,
I've been on this case since 2017 when it happened.
right.
So it's stuff that was uploaded, because you got to understand, at that time anybody could have went right there on Snapchat, Periscope, and the lives, and really see what was going on. And that's what she's seen. Now everybody else was seeing other stuff. And Andrew Holmes actually has seen her in the hotel. He's seen that footage. They didn't let nobody else see that footage until they were done editing it.
I'm not trying to like cut y'all off or nothing, but if there's no evidence pointing toward Mother Teresa, then we just don't need to discuss that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's other people that want to get on here and express their opinion. And for Naomi, I just want to say, like, I understand your frustration with waiting and everything, but the last time I was on the panel, I had to wait too. So it's not just you. And I was waiting for a good 30, 45 minutes the last time, and my stuff wasn't even working. So y'all just gotta be patient and let people say what they want, what they feeling.
Well, why can't we talk about Mama T? Ain't she a part of this?
Because no, she's not. Her daughter was murdered.
Yeah, but
she's not a part of it. So we
Yeah, no,
gonna get off.
I just
We
wanted
gonna
to
get
clear
off of
that
Miss
air that
Teresa.
one time.
We're
That's
not
it. And
finna keep
we
talking
could
about
definitely
Miss
be
Teresa.
done.
I'm not
No,
hearing it
real
no more.
talk. Real talk. We could definitely be done. I just wanted to clear the air because dude was right here. That's it. But we got a better understanding.
That's big.
Like you said, we all justin for Kenneka. We all are.
so you see where I'm
So
coming from, then, right?
yes, sir. Of course. Of
All
course.
right. I mean,
Most
we can agree to
definitely.
disagree. There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
don't even disagree with you. I just said
Okay.
not the bad talk. You feel me? Because we own different shit right now. That's all I was saying.
But what was we on? Let's get back on there. I was just, but you brought that up. I was willing to
Yes,
talk
Yeah,
about
sir.
something else.
I definitely did.
I
I
was
had
just
to.
defending my stand on that.
No, I got you. We
Yeah, but
good.
we was on something else.
hey y'all,
I didn't start that.
it
I
was
was
one
just
thing I want
voicing
to talk about, y'all.
what's
What's
up.
up?
In the room, but right before Irene, whoever cut up the music, when we hear like where it sounds like "Help Me," I don't know if that's actually "Help Me." If Trey, if you know the facts of what that actually is, please say that if you don't mind. And then I'll go with it based off of what you investigated to be, because I get a lot of my source from just Trey. You know what I mean? So but right before they help me, you hear the dude saying something to the dude saying something. And if you listen right before he say something, I hear it's like a conversation, but it's so
Yeah.
low.
That's Mike
It's hard.
Mike.
It's hard to hear.
That's Mike
Yeah,
Mike in the
I know what you're
background
talking
Yeah,
talking
about.
low,
man.
like, hey, like woo, woo, woo. Hey,
It
bring it
sounds
on
like it's
here
an
and shit.
argument going on.
Yeah, but she didn't say help me. It wasn't a person saying help me. That was actually the
Yeah,
song buffering,
yeah,
like Irene
yeah,
said.
Hey, but you know what?
yeah. But I'm talking
In
about
that
before that. I know the
And that
help me
same,
was the main part that everybody was on. Go ahead.
you remember that dude's voice that was talking in the background, right?
Yeah.
That was saying, you coming with
Yeah.
me or what?
Yeah,
Now
Mike.
you remember that video that Zach did with Irene sitting on one side and they thought that was TY sitting on the other side? Did you hear his voice? Sound like the
Yeah, I
same nigga
mean,
that was in the room.
it did. It did.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
But
like,
I think that was TY. You talking about
you
Zach's
think,
interview with Irene, right?
I don't
And
think he
you heard the
said that was
voices in the
TY, but
background.
he said that was TY, but I don't think that was TY.
I think it was like
Why
two.
would you
I think it
cover
was
your
like two
face up?
people back there.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It
you
was
may
when
be
he had
right
his
though.
hood on or something. He talking about cover your face, cover your face. Remember that?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
sounds just like the nigga that was in the room talking about you coming with me or what?
I had to go back to that and see. You may be
Yeah,
on to
bro.
something, brother.
Real, bro. I'm telling you, man, I be on this shit, bro. Like I've been listening to this shit like since day one, bro. And it's like now that Trey Gang and they're, putting all of this shit out to the light, where we can listen and go over shit, you know what I'm saying, back and forth.
Yeah.
And you be able to put them voices together and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that dude was, he was in Irene's video too, sitting in the background because you hear his voice again.
He may be
When
the
they
nigga
just
that
sitting on the
patted her
couch,
on the
them
head.
two. Yeah, I think he got a lot to do with this case. He was even in the it was another nigga in the background that was talking when Peas and Killer was on the couch.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I think it was
Now
two
why?
people back there. I know it was TY, but it may be somebody else, and it may be that the nigga that was on the whose voice we heard. He knew how to
Right,
play that background.
right.
Yeah.
Man, bro, like it's it's somebody that's running these kids. You feel me? Like they keeping their eyes on these kids from the background, telling them what to do.
Well, what you think about your boy King Rob? Ain't that your boy?
That ain't my boy. I mean, that
Y'all
ain't my
had some
boy.
run-ins before.
I mean, nah. Actually, you know what I'm saying. I don't even know who the fuck that nigga is. You know what I'm saying? To tell you the truth, like, I mean, I'm on the South Side. I was born and raised out here. You know what I'm saying? And
okay,
my people is under that star that he claimed. You feel me?
okay.
And for him to say he's so high, you know what I'm talking about, on that totem pole, it's kind of hard to believe if I ain't seen you.
Nah,
You
because
feel
he
me?
do too
Because
much
my
talking too.
people, my family members is out there. You feel me? So I would have seen you. You know what I'm saying? And if you were a Black Disciple, you had to come to Ada Park. You know what I'm talking about?
True
So I
that.
ain't never seen dude before. You know what I'm saying? So really, I don't even know. Like, but I do know if you guilty, your motherfucking ass wouldn't be out here making videos.
Do you hear me?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be trying to stay as far away from the YouTube channel as possible.
But they think
You know what I'm
everybody's
talking about? If I'm
stupid.
guilty or something.
They think
Huh?
everybody's stupid, and they start a narrative. So they'll
Right.
get on and make sure that can't nobody get to them. They'll start a narrative around. You
So
know,
who
just
was the
like they
first
just tried
one?
to do.
Who was the first one to start the narrative? Who was the first one with a video camera to start a narrative? And everybody followed that narrative.
As far as what? The
When they started
facts.
doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? When they started doing interviews on the case.
First person I seen on this was Mike Lowry. It may have been somebody before, but that's who I seen first. Now, as far as this spinning the narrative, meaning throwing people off, that's your boy Straight Drop them. Straight Drop, Chosen King, whoever them guys are. I don't remember their names because I never followed them. But those guys. And then you had the females got into it as well, covering for them because they all tried to gain money off of it. And then they try to project their stuff onto my boy Trey, talking about he's doing it for clout or doing it for money. Then it's like, but how? If all y'all doing is profiting off of it and y'all arguing about this case, instead of just sticking to the facts and the timeline and clear footage, everybody got blurry footage oh, I put this on there and put this on there so we can see it better. So you can see what I want you to see is what they telling you.
Right.
But Trey Gang gives you clear motherfucking footage. No skipping. We gonna sit here and watch it the whole way through.
Nah, I
and get
fucks with
nothing
TG.
but facts.
I fucks with TG because he explained what's going on. He explains it from a street standpoint, and that's why I listen to his shit because he thinking like a street nigga. You know what I'm talking about? So it's hard for me to listen to bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? So if I go to one of these other channels, you know what I'm saying, and it sound like some bullshit don't make sense, I'm not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really saying, he not really putting it out there like this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? He just putting up shit like, now what you
because
think
how
about
could you
this?
say that? Yeah, because how could you say this is what happened if you wasn't there?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you just finding what makes sense to you. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, the man ain't never said nothing that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? He basically putting this puzzle together.
Yeah, because
But
the only thing
thing
we really
is,
had wrong was like names. That was it.
I don't think we even have all the names that's involved, to tell you the truth, bro. This shit go
Not
deep.
everybody. Yeah, it go real deep. We ain't got everybody, but we got some main niggas' names.
This shit go deep,
Front
bro.
desk Brian.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
David Pena.
What you think about what happened from the 6th to the 9th? Do you think something happened on the 6th? Or do you think that it happened? When do you think she was murdered? Because
I'm
I
only
mean,
gonna
listen,
for right now, I really can't even speculate for real, right? So what made me think that it was more than just what we saw on the tape was because of the 911 call and Mama said something about the 6 on the parking ticket. So only reason that made me go back to the 6, but I don't have that footage. So I'm gonna say she died on the footage that we got and that we can see. That's it. She died on the 9th at 3:30 to 5 o'clock.
You think she died on the 9th?
Yes. From what we see. Now, this whole thing could come out and all this shit was fake. It could. I always keep that in the back of my mind. Right. I don't trust nobody.
Right.
But from what I see, she died on the 9th between 3:30 and 5 o'clock.
Okay. All right. I mean, I can't dispute with you on that. I mean, that's your thoughts.
But I've always said I need the footage from the 6 as well, because she said it's 6 o'clock, 1:35 p.m. My daughter wasn't here on the 6th. Then where the parking ticket come from? You know, that was about 5 lives ago when I asked Trey that, and we kind of went over that. You know, maybe they just had that person who got the room was passing that parking ticket around.
Right.
Wasn't there another boy on there talking about his parking ticket was wrong?
Right.
The time and date on parking ticket
they even had a wrong
Trey said
night.
something about that. Yeah, Trey said something
got
about
the wrong
that.
date on there.
He's like, yeah, my stuff say the 6 too. Yeah.
Right.
So I believe a lot of them tickets was, you know, we can't even go on those tickets because you have one guy saying his ticket had a different date or time or something was different on there from when he was there.
And he was one of the dudes that was walking through the hotel with the dude with sticks and all of them.
Yep.
Boom. Oh, somebody,
So
Rita just said it in the chat. Rita just said it in the chat, and I'm gonna go back to what you said. Brown, Keela Brown. She the first one that came with the narrative. There you go. She was the first one that came with the narrative because she did her stuff on the 10th. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think she was. I think she knows somebody that was involved too. I think she knows somebody that was involved too.
She said they called her and told her. Yeah, they called her and told her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how would you be able to get in touch with all of these niggas?
Is she the one that said that she did the makeup on her or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think they said something about doing somebody's hair, but I don't See
Yeah,
that. Monifa hair wasn't done.
And let me ask y'all this. Y'all remember the three, the picture of her in the that was supposed to be her in the morgue?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think that's the same picture that's in the morgue that's in the freezer? You think that's the same person?
Yeah,
That's enough.
because you got to think the person in the morgue don't have no hair on their head. It's just the straight backs. So a woman look different than a motherfucker without that wig on, my nigga, and them
This
eyelashes.
crazy.
Like for real, like real talk. They look totally
Kanika's
damn
mother
different.
posted that picture. That's Kenneka.
Yeah, that was Kenneka, man.
And that's definitely her because, like I said, the last time I was on the panel, that hairstyle that Kenneka had was a middle part leave out sewing. They had to cut that hair out of her head, so that explains why it was little pieces of her real hair sticking out, and she had the straight backs on the other sides.
Okay, let me ask y'all this. Y'all seen Emmett Till's body, right?
Yes.
Y'all seen pictures. You seen pictures of Emmett Till with all the swelling and shit in his face that you seen that, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
How his head blew up and it never went back down. How does swelling leave your face after death?
Emmett Till
was mutilated.
What?
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
They did to Emmett Till?
No, listen to what I'm saying.
His body for it to look like that?
I absolutely know. My mother showed me the pictures, and she was actually at the funeral. She knew her mother. And when I turned his age, when I turned 13 years old, she took me through that whole story. So,
well, see, Emmett Till's face had to be put back together.
That little boy was tortured.
And then his face, he was submerged underwater for a long time. So that is going to make sure the swelling don't come out because he had an open face, not even an open wound. This brother had an open face.
I'm saying though, this is what I'm trying
to. It was a closed casket funeral because they didn't want nobody to see how he looked.
Yeah, that's what they wanted to, but she still opened the casket. But listen,
no, they still
this
had
is
it.
what
They
I'm
still
asking.
Had it open. Yeah.
You remember how swollen her face was in the freezer?
Yes.
So if that picture was before she was at the morgue, how did her face sweat? How does the swelling go down? If she did, because the swelling won't go down, bro.
She looked the same to me.
It will, but I hear what you're saying because my uncle passed away, right? And he was very bigger than he needed to be. And it was because the swelling didn't go down. But, my uncle was left in a hot room for a long time too. So maybe the conditions, bro, because you got to understand they was trying to harvest her body as well. So if they didn't put her in the freezer, she may have swelled up bigger from that.
So you saying that she swelled up again when she got back in the casket?
Well, that's embalming fluid when you get in the casket. You always gonna look just a little bit bigger than you did in regular life.
All in your face and lips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But them lips hurt. She had big ass lips. We know that.
Did you see the dent in the middle of the top lip?
Same. Can we pull up like the pictures because she looks the same?
Yeah, I mean, she looked like the same person though, bro. That theory of it's a different person. I don't believe that. Like, that's one girl. She not here no more. Like, it's sad as fuck, but it's one girl.
But I don't know nobody that'll go. Listen though, check this out. The person that was in the casket, her mother came forward. You know that, right? I don't know nobody's mother that would. I don't know nobody's mother would go to the police station and claim that to be her daughter. You know what I mean? In no funeral. You feel me? And she been looking for her daughter. You understand what I'm talking about? Like, who would do that?
I ain't seen no actual footage and stuff on that because I
got some footage. I got footage on that. Well, her family is at the police station arguing with the police about Kenneka Jenkins. The girl that's supposed to be Kenneka Jenkins in that casket is not Kenneka Jenkins. But that's my sister or my cousin. That's something like that. They was both at the police station. I got that footage. It's on my page. You know what I'm saying? Where they talking about? I mean, I don't know nobody that would do that, bro. Like, disrespect somebody's funeral and saying that's somebody else in a casket. I don't know nobody that would do that, bro.
True. Okay.
This is a
You ever seen that before?
different
I'm
case.
gonna have
This
to
is a
look
different
into
case
that.
as well, and it was people making fun of Kenneka's death and how she died. So you can't compare this situation to every situation that you've experienced.
I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about her mother. I'm not talking about what nobody said.
Nah, I hear
Her
what you're
mother came
saying.
forward.
I hear what
Her
you're saying.
mother came
The
forward,
missing
and her
girl's
family
Her
mother.
mother came forward and said what?
The missing girl mother.
Her mother and her family came forward and said, "That's my daughter in that casket. I've been looking for my daughter for such and such time." You know, she talked to her. She said she talked to her daughter every day, and all of a sudden she just disappeared.
So she talked to her daughter every day, and never mind.
And all of a sudden,
Nah,
everybody was paying
look,
attention. Everybody
all
was paying attention to the
that's
Kenneka
all
Jenkins
that
case.
came from Chosen King. I
Didn't the
already know
YouTube
everything what you finna say about the lady talking about this. All that shit was a fluke. That shit came from Chosen King, and you trying to still push that narrative.
No, I don't give a fuck about no Chosen King. Fuck that nigga. My thing is when I seen it.
That's where that came from. That's exactly where that came from. Though he did a whole thing on that.
No, I'm not talking about the interview with her actually in the video with Chosen King behind her. I'm not talking about that video. I'm talking about the man. The man is a nigga that looked like fucking King Rob at the police station, screaming at the police. I ain't talking about her mom doing an interview with Chosen King. I know what you're talking about. She probably thought Chosen was trying to help her.
Trey just told you the truth, so that's a lie. All right.
And you just said that Kenneka talked to her mama every day. That sounds like they got a good relationship. So
No,
if they have such
I
a
didn't
good
say
relationship,
Kenneka.
why would she set her daughter up?
He was talking about the missing girl.
I'm not finished
He's talking about the
talking.
missing girl, mama.
I'm talking about Antonia Evans
I
and her
wasn't
mother.
finished talking.
Go ahead, mama.
I don't believe none of that.
You just said that Kenneka talked to her mama every day. So
I didn't say that.
Well, whoever said it. If she have such a good relationship with her mother, why would she get her daughter killed? That makes no sense. It's too much proof of them loving on each other. There's no evidence or proof of them having a bad relationship, of them ever getting into an argument even before Kenneka died. So all of that is dead.
Yeah, but
Ronnie, I didn't say
Kenneka said it was a lie. Hey, we
I didn't say
this,
Kenneka was talking to her mom. I said I was talking about the lady that was in the casket. Her name was Antonia Evans. I said her mother used to talk to her every day.
Oh, okay, my bad. I got it confused then. I thought you were talking about Kenneka.
No, that's cool.
But that was something that Chosen Keegan was talking about on a live, just like how he was talking about all them people came up missing in something else.
Well, see, I'm not even worried because I never even listened to Chosen King or none of them bitch ass niggas. My whole thing was
what you talking about. That's
that's where it came from.
That's where
but no,
said.
Hold on.
That's how we know it's not real, bro.
Hold on. Listen though, this was before the Chosen King interview. This was before. Now Chosen went and got that lady. He went and tracked that lady down so he can do the interview. But this happened right when the funeral happened. Somebody took a picture of whoever was in the casket. Somebody took a picture and they put it on social media.
You know what? If everything you saying right now, I hate to say it, if you go back to that dude's video, he's saying everything you saying now about the picture, about the everything you say. Are you Chosen King, nigga?
You got me fucked up. I don't even fuck with them niggas,
because
man.
what you saying, we done already went through that on this dude's page. Like
no
we shouldn't even be on this with no Barbara and all that shit, man. Like for real,
talk, bro. Like
get him off
no disrespect,
you
King
sound
Von,
like Chosen fucking King and Barbara now, man.
You
like
sounding
for
real
real, you done do this whole
brother.
shit around. That's
man.
that's
This is from my point of view.
daughter.
This is my point of view. Don't confuse me with none of them niggas. I don't fuck with none of them.
You're talking everything he's talking about,
I ain't
though.
never even heard their video. I ain't never even heard what the fuck they talking about.
Everything you just said, I done heard it on his shit. And
this
like
what I'm looking
seriously,
at.
everything you said, everything
I don't give a fuck what he said. I'm going about what she said.
You're saying it though.
Chill out.
You're
I don't
saying
give
it
a fuck
though.
what he
And we're
said
telling
though.
you
That
we
ain't got nothing
heard
to
this
do with what I'm
already.
talking about.
Hey,
That ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Drop
If
them off
I'm
if they can't
telling
be
you
quiet.
we all heard what you're saying already, and you can go to a YouTube page and say it, everything you saying we done already heard, whether it was before him, after him, during him. We heard this already. That's
Okay, so why
nobody
you
fuck with his page.
All right.
okay,
So if
so
you
what
wanna,
you
if
Thank
okay,
you
you.
hold on
asking
though.
that
King
question, the
Von.
only person you should ask that question to is Chosen
Hold
King. Do
on.
you feel like that's somebody else in the casket? Nigga, we
Hold
feel like
on.
that's
You
Kenneka.
you hold on, you disrespecting. First of all, I
Like,
don't
no,
have to
because
listen
we're
to
sitting
no
up here
man.
talking about, all right then, but
Hold
this is
on,
my
hold
opinion.
on.
We're
Hold on.
talking
You
about
can't
Kenneka. You're
automatically
talking
assume
about Barbara's daughter. Like,
hold
come
on, you
on.
can't
That's
automatically
5 lives
assume
ago.
Hey,
you
guess
can't
what though?
automatically
Can
assume that
y'all
I
be
listen to
quiet for a
somebody.
second? Can y'all just be quiet for a
But
second? Please be quiet.
you
Yeah.
can't automatically assume though
Mute
that I
yourself,
listen to
King
somebody's
Von.
video.
King Von, can you be quiet, please, for a second? Let's get
What's
order.
up, bro?
Once again, can we get order? Once again, please.
What's up?
Y'all taking this stuff left. Let's get right back on topic.
Nah, it's
Everybody
the
put
thing,
hey,
like
hey,
listen.
everybody just breathe. We gonna drop it right now. We about to drop everything right now. Right? And everybody just fucking breathe for a second. We gonna get
But
off of
that's
what the
just
fuck we was talking
listen,
about.
Jay
You still
Reese.
talking, bro. Now you pissing me off. Now you need to drop the fuck off. Cause you making me mad now, nigga. You not listening.
Oh, who the fuck is you talking to, bro? You better sit your breed ass
I'm talking to King Von. That's why I'm talking to a man. So can the woman please be quiet? Cause I'm not talking to you, mama.
Chill out.
Please.
It's all
Cause
good.
I am being respectful. Oh, that's your background. King Von.
Chill
I'm just
out.
asking you because right now you disrespecting, sir. If you can't, hey man, drop down for a second, bro, because you can't
Chill
even
out,
control your
man. Chill
house.
out.
And that's rule
Chill
number
out.
one is you got to control your background, sir. So can you please drop
That's
down
a
for a moment? Let somebody else come up, and you can come back up in a minute. Real shit.
Hey Jay Reese. Hey Jay Reese.
Yes, sir.
I see a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I see.
You just chill out, man.
Oh, hey, bro. Yourself
Hey,
background.
like
Mute
for
yourself,
real,
bro.
just mute yourself for a minute, so we can continue talking.
All right. So, Substance Matter says Antonia is proven to be alive and found, and she wasn't speaking to her mom. So that's why her mom ain't know where she was at. So that's somebody in the chat saying that supposed to be in the casket is not her. Okay.
Okay, but we
Everybody else?
just say we was gonna drop that though, sir? Because it's stirring up too much. Can we just drop that and go on to something different? We got a lot we could talk about.
Yeah, I let it go.
Thank you.
I let it
Please.
go.
We
You know?
can touch on this some other time. Real talk.
All right, what we touching on now?
We somebody had a question in the chat. Put that question back up again. I am sorry, but we're going to answer your question. Everybody gonna roll on some kush, man. Get y'all some crumpets and shit. Y'all ain't sipping the tea because y'all should be cool. I'm waiting on that question. I know you had a lot to say, so I'm gonna wait for you. Because I don't want nobody to feel like we disrespecting y'all in the chat. But you know how it gets sometimes. Okay, they said can somebody
The
else
panel
get
got
on?
cleared. The panel got cleared and nobody
I'm not.
came.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm a mod and I'm not dropping down. So
I dropped down
anybody
already
else?
and nobody came on.
Anybody else can drop down for a moment, please, so somebody else can come up. King Von, if you could drop down, I would appreciate that, sir. Big Factual, I haven't heard from you. Go ahead and say something real quick.
Okay, I just appreciate the trade in the chat and everybody. I'm dropping down so somebody can come up.
I appreciate you, big brother.
Yo.
Ronnie, you got something to say?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. Can you drop down for just a moment so somebody that wants to say something can say something?
Yeah, I'll drop down.
All right. They said they want Keisha up here, so Keisha, you can't drop.
I'm here.
How about my Chiefs? You know, man, come on. You know what it is. Hey, the Chiefs is gonna be nice next year. Do you hear me? That's my hometown. The Chiefs gonna be real nice. Let another mod come up. It's no biggie to me, Latoya. I will definitely do so. But I want to make sure that we have order on the chat. We got facts being spit on the chat.
Listening, I apologize, Trey. I apologize, but at the end of the day, you know, like.
Dude running this Trey's live like hell nah. You know what, Alton? If you been following Trey has given me the platform to run it. So that's why I say what I say. I'm not just saying it because I want to be goddamn in control. I would rather Trey talk because me and him can have a damn conversation like we
Don't get
had.
me wrong. Everybody have their opinion, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on.
But see, this the thing. Y'all don't hear Trey talk about his opinions. You don't hear me talking about my opinions. You don't hear a lot of people talking about their opinions because we only talking about what's facts. And that's where that's where people's egos get into play because they want people to hear their opinion. If you want your opinion, go to your YouTube channel so we can subscribe if we want to hear your opinion.
Thank you.
No shadow caskets. Hey, Fred, that was a good one, bro. We don't want to hear about no shadow caskets. You know? I may have missed that question, but if you can. Okay, we got Kimberly. Come on, Kimberly.
Okay, I have a question. Don't know whether I'm right or wrong, but I've been following Trey for a long time, and I really don't believe anybody but him. But sometimes you can run across things and see things. I saw 4 pictures last night of Kenneka. I mean, I can't sleep. I've been fucking up for 4 years. I saw 4 pictures of her. They had a picture with her from the freezer. They had a picture of her on the gurney. And they also had a picture of her at the morgue. And there was another picture as well. And I think that the other picture was a picture of her with the I think she had some shades on or something like that, some shade. It's sitting in the back of her, wherever she was, okay? But my thing is, I looked at those pictures and I was just thinking, how do you go from being frozen in the freezer to and they never showed you that the picture was up last night, but when they put those pictures out at first, the picture that when they took her out of and she didn't have any hair, she was on the gurney when they took her out. Okay, in the freezer she had hair, on the gurney she had no hair, and at the morgue she had no hair. But the picture on the gurney in the in the hotel, she was disfigured, really bad. I don't remember whose page, where it was, but I saw those 4 pictures and I was thinking, how can she look like that in the freezer, but yet disfigured on the gurney and straight again at the morgue?
Okay, I got you. So real quick, I'm just gonna pause because Kimberly Love, I finally caught your question. And I'm gonna answer that real quick, and then I'm gonna get right to you, Miss White. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Do I think KJ or one of the girls had a key card to get in the back door? The back door. Well, any access to the hotel, Lil Meek that's who we kind of leaning on towards because he was, he know how to move off the cameras and things like that, and that's where we see them kind of going to. Monifa and Shamaya at times, right? To the hospitalities little section. So we kind of, I would say they knew who had access if they didn't have a card themselves. They knew who had access. Now, Miss White, about the disfigurement, that would be a question for my sister that comes on earlier, because she's into that. I'm not
Okay.
even gonna speculate on that, but
Okay.
they did have to break the rigor mortis to even get her on the gurney, meaning they had to break her bones, the muscle,
Sure.
break the liquid that's around it. They ain't actually breaking bones, but they're breaking the liquid that's building up. And that will make her look kind of different. But
Well, you know what? I was looking, not to cut you off, but I was
go ahead.
looking at her face on the gurney. So they only had the face to the neck. The neck was covered, and you're just looking at the face on the gurney.
Yeah.
And she was totally disfigured in her face. Like, I mean, she had been beat really bad in her face. I mean, her nose wasn't even a nose. She just looked like something that wasn't real. For her to
And
have
that's why the
taken her
mama
out of the
said,
freezer with her hair on.
yeah, that's why the mama said she looked like she was, in a fight. She looked like
Yeah.
somebody was making her mad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah, so if you guys get a chance, just try to check out those photos. The one from the freezer, the one on the gurney, and the one at the morgue. The one at the morgue, she should have looked the same. If she went in disfigured, she should have been disfigured. Her face shouldn't have been as it was at the morgue.
Well, kinda, but in the morgue is where they really finish you up and make you look your best.
Okay.
So, and like I said, my sister that comes on early, she's all into all of that. So she would be the perfect person to explain this.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to say, just like, let's just go back with the Emmett Till, right? Where his face was so messed up. And the mama was like, no, leave it just like that. The mortuary dude, he actually did put his face together. If y'all watched the documentary that just came out not too long ago about him, the man actually did, because that's their job, is to make you look your best. So maybe that will explain the difference from the gurney to the funeral home. Maybe
they could. I don't know. I'm just curious, and I'm just
but I
trying to
got
learn
you.
like everybody else. I've been on
I
this
know
for a
exactly
long
what you're
time.
talking about. I
They
know
go Trey.
exactly what you're talking about when you said about that funeral home picture. Cause now when you look at the when you look at the freezer picture, her face is swollen.
Yes.
But you go to the funeral home, her face ain't swollen, it's slim, but then you see the bruises, like the cuts on the lip, you know what I'm saying, and all of this. So with that being said, now I actually seen somebody that I know that's in the family that had cancer because they got the sugar foot. You know how like your ankle swell
Sure.
up, feet.
Yeah, my mom passed away of that. Yes.
All right. So when that person died, the fluid mysteriously, you know what I'm saying, went down. I couldn't even understand why the fluid went down, because she was still in the room when I got the call, and I had to go, you know what I'm saying, to the house, and I had to look at the body and all this. And all the fluid just disappeared. Like she was slimmed up, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, why would her fluid, where the fluid went to? And the doctor said it's common in people. Just say, like, if you see and you got and your legs are swell up, when you die, your legs might go down in the time of death because the fluid that's in your body. I just can't explain that how the way they explain it, but when you look at the photo, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up all the photo what you just mentioned.
Yeah, please do, because I gotta know.
Yeah, because that's the only way to really see the face recognition. Cause keep this in mind, the freezer is the cover up. That's the swollen part. It ain't no telling what they done did at the funeral home to make the body, because they had to cover up the bruises.
Sure.
It
But
ain't
her
no
face
telling.
was so perfect at the morgue. Her face was so perfect to look like it looked on the gurney. I don't see how they could even fix that.
That's what I said. See, now keep this in mind. These people, they can work miracles now. You know what I'm about.
Mm-hmm.
Cause look, she had cuts and stuff on her lip. So
Mm-hmm.
when King Rob got to mentioning about they had to go do the makeup, she had to have some makeup on to cover up
So they
some of
did
the
a hell of a job.
yeah.
They did.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they said she looked like her big brother at the time. Yeah, she did.
Mm. Yeah.
Check
Yeah.
this out. Cause you got to think about it. I know for a fact the girl lost some blood because
Mm-hmm.
it's on the cheek. Now they could have did a test on to see what her level, her blood was. Like, did she lose a lot amount of blood?
Yeah.
They never said that because of the pool area. Now
Mm-hmm.
cause we don't know how much blood that she lost, but that blood could have stained the pool. You know, it could have changed the water a little.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been towels or some kind of blood spot. They could have ran her head against the wall or anything. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
But it's something still in the pool for the guests to be still alert 8 in the morning, looking over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it either was messed up in the pool, it looked like a brawl that been in there, or they seen a whole lot of police is in there investigating.
Sure.
Exactly.
Another
That's
question.
what
I
I
have
said
another
earlier.
question. Y'all kick
Go
me
ahead.
off if you if I'm going outside of the. I'm just going by some things that I've seen. Uh, uh, you was asking somebody, whoever was on the live stream here a minute ago. I don't know if it was a guy or girl. I can't remember. I'm so into this. Like I said, I haven't slept for 4 years. But what I was gonna ask. They were saying that, and I can't remember who this person was, that wait, when you asked the guy, he believe that she passed away or she was murdered on the 9th or the 6th, right?
Yeah.
So I was listening to something last night, and they said the reason why, because everybody's got something to say, the reason why the ticket was in the car on the 6th is because Kenneka was actually there on the 6th, and I don't know. I'm just repeating something. Was there on the 6th meeting with some people, some guys that she meet with, two gentlemen that she meet with, and at that time, that's when they took her for a sacrifice, and they said the sacrifice with that Illuminati bullshit. It lasts for 3 days, and the body has to be almost decomposed. And I got to think, well, maybe that's why her face looked the way it looked on the gurney. And then they can hand them down as the sacrifice. Do you believe that? But they say she was actually murdered on the 6th after she went to go meet two guys and they turned her over for a sacrifice.
I'm not gonna say that there couldn't be any truth in that. I'm just gonna
Because they say
say
she was
that
never on
we
any of
really
those
don't.
photos.
Yeah, we really don't go on that. We only
Uh-huh.
watching what's on the footage from the nights that we got. And that's why I told
Uh-huh.
him, it's like, I really don't know about the 6, only the parking ticket. That's it.
Right.
And I
Right.
don't see anything else. So I really don't even speculate
Okay.
further on
And
that.
that's fine. That's fine. I don't follow anybody but Trey anyway. I just happened to see that when I was scrolling last night. But that's all good. But I do want to know about the photos.
Yeah, Trey gonna get on
If you
that
get
for you.
around to that,
So
Trey. Yeah.
make sure you catch that live, Jack.
I'm here. I don't ever sleep. I told you I ain't slept in 4 years, but you guys are doing a great job. You keep up the good work. I'll get off and let someone else get on.
I appreciate you, sister.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man, she has some valid points there. Something to look into. Know that. Who else coming up? Me. Who is me? Naomi, you can hop up if you want to, and you want to send some screenshots. You can definitely send it to Trey, or you can send it to me at j is j4k at gmail.com. And if you hopped on and we couldn't hear you, you may have to use a different device because they may be messing with you. Because that's what happened to me earlier. It was hard for me to get on earlier.
It wouldn't let me talk earlier too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be coming from them spam chat. See, I'm explain to y'all why they had to spam the chat like that, cause it's like, damn. I just gotta go live and show y'all the reason why, but keep this in mind. This is what everybody really need to be thinking about. Kenneka left that room drugged up and everybody knew it. But
Yes,
see,
sir.
they knew what room Kenneka was going to. Now, keep this in mind about that parking ticket that's on the 6th. Now, I know it's gonna be some people be like, well, they got the parking tickets on the 6th, so she must have to been there on the on the 6th because Mr. Reese found it on the 6th. Now, this my theory on the 6th. I don't think Kenneka was there on the 6th. Somebody was there on the 6th, and they were still using the parking ticket like they were doing the 9th and was letting people use them damn pocket tickets. Cause keep this in mind, they never found the pocket ticket that's on the 8th with a timestamp and they own it. They would show that, you know what I'm saying, what time they actually arrived. So to make a long story short, it could have been an old pocket ticket. Somebody could have met Kenneka and them down there and let them use their pocket ticket, and they came and parked. They just left the pocket ticket in the car that said it was the 6th. Cause now Crown Plaza gonna have to explain why they didn't have no pocket ticket on the 9th.
Boom.
Rosemont know not to even mention that part. Be like, well, okay, on the 6th, well, why it ain't no pocket ticket on the 9th? They didn't mention that because it would really, you just can't answer. Just say like the police ain't finna answer everybody question because we don't want to know the truth. No, they is not gonna tell us the truth, so we got to sort these little details out. Like, damn, that's why the police went and did photos and investigation at the parking booth, because they got cameras on top of it, and they gonna show you every car they came in with their license plate tags on it. You see what I'm saying? So when they come to their pocket ticket, they ain't got no answer for it. So just gonna let the social media speculate. Yeah, she was on the 6th, she died on the 6th, and they had to cover it up and they had to do the reenactment on the 9th. See, if you think like that, they gonna be like, well, they still ain't figured it out yet because they not detectives and they don't know what to do when they come to investigation. So yeah, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. So yeah, so people was trying to spread that narrative, try to make it sound good and sound ill so everybody can accept it. You know what I'm saying? But if you pay attention to the case, only loophole that we looking for, like, okay, even in the police report, they ain't even mention nothing about the pocket ticket in the statements when it come to the friend, but they'll mention it in the death investigation. Y'all got to keep in mind it was two investigations going on. One in death investigation. When they completed the death investigation, that's when they started having search warrant for all the party going for gang crime, gun charges, sexual assaults, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that.
100.
But hold on, somebody else in there, John.
Oh yeah, we got some other people. Keyshawn in the building, Sabrina, and Ronnie.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute my microphone. Y'all got the platform. I'm gonna mute my microphone because you know, man, I just got over cold and the flu and stuff, so I've been sick.
Hey
So
man,
that's
you
why
take care of yourself.
oh yeah, I'm good. I've been eating my spinach and shit. You know what I'm
Yes
I
sir,
know
yes
that's
sir.
right.
Yeah, I'm Popeye strong over here. You hear what I'm talking about?
Hey, Keyshawn, I'm gonna drop down too. I gotta take my dog out, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it on over.
Okay. No, I just came up here. Everybody else can talk. I'm not going to say anything right now. And Maz, please hold it down in the chat.
Somebody's echoing.
Hello. You got. Hold on. Let me see. Can you guys hear me now?
Turn all background
Hello?
noise
This is
down.
Sabrina.
All
Hello?
you need is the restream on. Turn your YouTube and all back noise down because I'm on mute and Trey's on mute.
Hello? Hello? Hey guys.
Hello?
We hear you, boo.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Let
can
me
Yeah.
tell
hear
you
you, boo.
again.
We can hear you.
I just want to this evening to watch it for a while, but I just want to acknowledge we all think that maybe Monifa, because Monifa, Irene, everybody has something to do with. But from my perspective, what if they didn't have nothing to do with it? What if it was somebody, a staff, something in a hotel that did it? Because my thing is, if you're best and you're not telling what happened to your best friend, that won't be on your contract 2, 3, 4, and 5 years. Just imagine maybe Kenneka had walked out and maybe a staff member or someone took her and they really don't know what happened because everything does not make sense. Everybody is saying this and that. But what if it really wasn't nobody at the party? What if it was somebody that we least expected, like we said, like y'all said, it was Friends K, but it wasn't him? How we know that the girls really had something to do with it? Because I don't think that I could go all this long time knowing that someone kill my friend and I'm not up about it. That just does not make sense because somebody got to have a conscience on what happened to Kenneka. So I'm thinking maybe it wasn't. Maybe they was there at the party. Maybe they is telling the truth that they was really looking for her and they really didn't know what happened to her because maybe one of the staff members has been watching them on camera all this time and just maybe Kenneka stepped out by herself to get ice or did she go step out to get fresh air or how we know what led her nobody does not know. If somebody was with her, they don't know what happened to Kenneka. Because one thing, Kenneka can't be at five at one time. We got Kenneka at the pool, then we got her in the freezer saying that this one night, how could this girl suffer all these altercations happen to her? She's on one person, it's only 24 hours in a day. So my thing is, I really don't think that they really know what happened to her. Maybe they don't, because to me, it does not make sense for you not to speak up on your friend, because that's just like me. If I have a friend and something happened to her and telling it, my heart is gonna feel so guilty in the inside to know how I'm gonna be able to sleep knowing that this happened to my friend and I'm not getting justice for her. Because right now we at this point, none of us really don't know. None of us know. None of the people that's on the platform, the narrative, none of us know. We just the inside in. But I do know one thing, she was murdered, but we just, and my thing is, if this was a crime, why wasn't no crime scene up? Because someone is found dead or deceased. They investigated first to make sure that it wasn't foul play. Now on the video, not because my children's father passed, and when he passed in the house, they came, the police and the detectives came first to make sure it wasn't foul play. Then they acknowledged that it was, he died, in his sleep. So my thing is, why wasn't any crime scene to investigate, make sure what happened to this baby? And they just trying to say that she went in the freezer. That is impossible. Let me tell you. Because fight is you just gonna assume that she put herself in a freezer. There has to be somebody in the hotel that's covering up this, and they don't want to lose money. They don't want to lose all the people that's coming into the hotel. They don't want to remind you that this hotel is worldwide. Do you know what damage it would cause if they find out that it was actually staff member? So I'm thinking that they told her to agree with us that someone at the party killed her, so it won't fall down on Crown Plaza. Because, like I said, Crown Plaza is a huge, huge, huge organization around the whole world. Do you know if a staff member, Kenneka, they would shut this hotel, people they would lose money? And I think they told Miss Teresa, I may be wrong, but this is, I think they told to hush about it, probably to wanted to pay her out to tell her, we just want to just say this and that, because this might affect our hotel, this might affect our money or whatever. But then again, Ari and Monique for them, it's not going to go this long time. Going to sleep night, knowing that this happened to their friend. I don't care if it's jealousy, I don't care if it's hate, because if you are God is going to look at you. And it's been 5 years, nobody said anything, but they not looking at the staff members. Everybody's looking at the party. They want to show y'all that it was somebody on the floor. The hell you going to tell me Monique for them? She just disappeared, don't know where she went. And all this ritual stuff and all that. No, that's impossible going on in one hotel. No, you're not going to tell me girl was there doing at all these given places. Like I said, it's only 24 hours. And from my understanding the tape, because specifically to switch it around give time, because soon as if I went there, my daughter, say for instance, if my daughter was missing, you're not going to sit here and give me the tape, because you could I work for Amazon. If anybody stole anything, you could go right back and rewind that tape and show who stole my belongings. So they wanted to confuse us and think it was a party. So that's why those people was there at that time. You're right. They was on camera in and out the park, because the cameras all over. They 24 hours to 24/7. Yeah, that was there. But how we know it was staff member, and they using a party to confuse us that these kids something to do with this girl's death. I'm just not going to buy. If this is my opinion, I might be wrong, but deep down inside, I just a staff member. To be honest, these kids really don't know. Yeah, Kenneka probably going with somewhere. We don't know. Maybe she was walking the hall. We don't know. What if she was walking the hall and somebody saw her camera and said, "Oh, it's a girl in the hall. Oh, let me go grab her." Whatever. Oh, they at the party. They're gonna think it's somebody at the party. How we know that? How that? You see what I'm saying? It just all makes sense to me, because if 10 different people there was these things happen, so that's the point like that. And another is it's nothing. It don't make poor girl, which is KJ. All these things, and why did Lisa get the belly ring and the watch? Why they not using this stuff as a crime scene? So therefore, once again, they back up these staff members, so they weren't accountable for having a death in their hotel, because no company wants anyone to know that the cause of death was by someone that specifically worked there, because it would make them look bad. Say it's all the money, all that rituals and body doubles and all that. That does not make sense. I never believed that. That look at this person over Kenneka. This person had Kenneka hand. She was tied up. No, 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 no. Maybe that was her walking the hallway. Like I said, the staff member had to listen advantage to take her and do whatever they want to do with her and blame the people on the party. Now, that's impossible. I'm not going to say them kids don't know that somebody, they know what happened to KJ and they're not speaking up. You're not going to sit here and tell me that them kids were this for 5 years inside over some money. Ain't no amount of money is going to stop me from getting justice for my friend. I don't care how jealous I may have been of her or whatever. Your heart is not going to let you go that long. So that's why Irene was confused. Story was why Monique's story was missing up, because they did not know what happened to Kenneka. Not know what happened to Kenneka, because their stories is different, so they don't know. Irene saying that I was standing there with the party with my sister. Monique said, "Oh, I left her right there." It does. So It's not where it's why they don't know where she at because they were so tore up. They didn't know what Kenneka was at. They don't know what happened to Kenneka because they were drinking and dancing. So they really don't know what happened to Kenneka. But I know, I bet you one thing, Monique and Irene, y'all wrong. So I don't think they had anything to do with it. Trey. I mean, that's like I said. This is my opinion. I'm just thinking we all may be wrong. You know, it could be step members because they look creepy. They didn't look the part. They was acting nonchalant to me. They was really acting kind of nervous. So I
right,
mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
Ronnie.
I'm gonna step in and say something right quick, and then I'm gonna drop down real quick. Trey Gang, if you could pull up that video tomorrow where King Rob and Chosen did a reenactment at another hotel and literally mocked Kenneka's death. I think everybody should see that video of how they played the whole thing, how they did the reenactment in the room and actually went to the pool at that hotel. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that John up because I know what video you talking about too. So I'm gonna pull that John up.
For those that were having trouble hearing Sabrina, she was basically just saying that she doesn't think that the friends have anything to do with it because she feels like the guilt would eat them up and no amount of money would stop them from getting justice for their friends. She feels like the hotel covered it up because they didn't want a murder pent on the hotel. And the reason that we feel like the friends have something to do with it, Sabrina, is because of the statements made by the friends that were at the party. Irene stated in a live that Kenneka would be alive if it wasn't for Monifa. Excuse me. I forgot the other point that I was trying to make. Give me a second. I lost it. Yeah, I lost
It's
it.
just like what you were saying earlier.
yeah, I
Oh,
see
that's what I
exactly
was
what it
thinking.
is.
Okay,
But it's
so
just to me,
basically,
like I just don't know how someone has it in their heart. All what happened to KJ and want justice.
so the other point I was trying to make is Monifa also made a statement where she said Kenneka wanted new friends and that after that they fell out, period. So that kind of gives a motive because it's just like y'all fell out. How bad did y'all fall out? You get what I'm saying? Like how mad did that make you? Like did it make you mad enough to want to kill her? Because if you watch crime shows, when people die, they go for the person that was closest to them, meaning friends and family, because you never know how far someone will go when they're mad, jealous, sad, whatever the case may be, because people have emotions and there are crimes of passion. But from what they saying, they've been planning this party, so we don't know what they mean by we've been planning this. Like, could they mean we've been planning to kill her, or were we actually planning a party? Because when you look at the footage, it don't really look like a party. You get what I'm saying? Like when you having a birthday party for somebody, you're gonna have decorations, you're gonna have balloons, foods, drinks. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing that indicated that that was like a birthday party.
Didn't
So it's
Irene
just
say that?
suspicious.
Didn't Irene say that Monifa was there with her aunt?
Yep. She said she hang around her ops.
It's crazy. It's just so many at this party that is like, how could all these things be happening in one night? She was at the pool, then she was in this area, then she walked to the kitchen. Like it just seemed believable. But like I said, it's just an opinion. That's what I'm thinking. Like I said, I may be wrong, but that was just my narrative on what I think. I was just thinking like maybe was what if it was a staff member.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong. I was just explaining why we feel, why majority of people feel the way they feel. That's it.
But I'm just saying, how do you not tell a friend? Yeah, but how you thought that was your friend? This was somebody that you was down with, even though Spike, we're gonna put the jealousy behind us. But this is somebody that you actually grew up with, and you tell me you guys could sleep at night, y'all could go on daily activities and routine, knowing that y'all know what happened to her, y'all not saying anything. Because I'm not a good, ain't true. I'm not gonna hold it in. It might be the next. I'm like, but I just guess it's people out there that doesn't really have a heart, that's not believe. It's just that's I think that they didn't have nothing to do with it, because I don't know how someone could just sit back and knowing that your friend's gone and murder and you didn't say that. It just does not make sense to me. That's the only
from the statement that Irene made, Monifa,
I actually think a human being could actually go without killing somebody.
From the statement that Irene made in the live, basically when Kenneka was known to be missing, Monifa came back in the room and she kept partying, so nobody took it serious. So if Monifa actually cared about her friend being missing, she would have went to look for her, not continue to party. I wouldn't have left my friend personally at all. Not for no phone, not for no keys, nothing. I'm gonna pick you up. Like they said, she picked her up off the bed, and I'm gonna pick you up, and we gonna go back in the room. We gonna get your phone, we gonna get your keys, and we gonna go to the car.
They can't go nowhere because the car wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
From what they were saying.